should go ahead and start it. Hey, everybody, Friday stream. Fucking with Lundy again this week because motherfucker's like, I'm just gonna stream when Napalm does his fucking shit. Calling you out, Lundy. I was literally gonna name this a gay slur just to fuck with him, but then I was like, no, that's probably a really bad idea. You shouldn't do that. And then I didn't. And then I was gonna use that as the title. But that was too long. So I just
So what's
named
the
it
title
Butts.
of this thing? Butts?
Butts. Yeah. Look, sometimes the titles don't come to you. Last week was easy because fucking Gangster's Paradise, it was in my fucking head the entirety of last week. Thank you, Sonic trailer.
How many times have you watched the Sonic trailer then?
Oh, a lot.
Mad?
So more than probably somebody should, because it just. Also, I don't know if you've heard this, Tia, but I've become a Sonic the Hedgehog conspiracy theorist now.
What's the conspiracy?
So the conspiracy, there's a lot of conspiracies. Some people think it's a producers type
Hey,
thing.
you talking about
Hey,
the Sonic
Lundy,
the
how's
Hedgehog
it going?
conspiracies?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah. So some people are like, hey, Paramount, I don't know if you're familiar with the producers, the Mel Brooks movie / play.
No.
So basically, the plot of the producers is these two
Mel
dudes have
Brooks.
to,
Yes, I know it.
these two dudes have to lose money on this play, so they're like, let's make a play about how great Hitler was. Nobody will like this. Nobody.
I don't know. It was kind of cute, like.
And then
Sonic,
people ended up liking it.
Okay. I don't know. It was kind of cute looking.
What, Sonic?
Yes, it wasn't that horrible.
No. He's got.
I mean, that's just not.
He's got
that's
human
about as
teeth.
close to objectively wrong as you can get on aesthetics.
He's got human teeth. Like, that's awful.
Yeah, I didn't like his teeth, but like, there's a couple.
And his eyes are so small, and his legs are too like long and gangly.
Honestly, the eyes are my least problem with it. Like, I'd rather the eyes look like that than the weird Cyclops thing. Because if they tried to do the Cyclops thing from the games, it would look even worse and more gross.
It's because it's realistic. It will look gross,
but here's where my theory comes in.
You shouldn't be aiming for realism with a cartoon hedgehog. You really shouldn't.
So I don't believe in the producers' Springtime for Hitler, Sonic the Hedgehog theory. I believe in this. My theory is thus. This was never going to be the actual design of Sonic the Hedgehog in the movie. Because they got like less than 6 months away from the fucking movie coming out. There's no way they can redo all of the fucking scenes he's in. There's no way they can fucking print out new fucking marketing material and merchandise. So my theory is they intentionally put out this really shitty fucking version and this really shitty trailer to lower everybody's expectations for the Sonic movie.
I don't think they are
make it so that people are like, well, at least it wasn't what they were originally going to put out because that was shit.
Because I think they were looking at fucking like the Detective Pikachu trailers and being like, our movie's nowhere near as good as this. Shit.
I don't know. I wasn't going to watch
I'm going to go see that tomorrow.
Movie anyway. Detective Pikachu?
Yeah, because I want me a Pokemon. I want me a Pokemon Red and Blue movie.
I'll wait and see what people like, if it was liked, because Pokemon movie for adults, like, I don't know.
You know, it'd actually be a neat thing, like, kind of like how Marvel has kind of adapted like comic book storytelling to movies. It'd be neat if like they did make a Red and Blue movie and they actually made 2 separate movies, and one of the movies was about Red and the other movie was about Blue, and like they came out at the same time. It's probably a dumb idea, like, but to me, it's like that'd be neat. Because again, both sides of the same journey.
It won't happen. Sorry. It won't be good if it did.
Also, Lundy, I don't know if you heard this, but I was going to name this stream a gay slur just to mess with you. But then I
Well, it
realized
wouldn't show up on my stream.
that would be a really, really bad idea.
It wouldn't show up on my stream. It would just hurt you.
Yeah, that's why I ultimately didn't do it.
It would just.
I was like, I'm the only one who's going to lose in this.
But I mean, you're fine with losing so long as you take someone else down with you. But if you're the only one, then it's not worth.
I'm petty in my loss.
I think I fucked up this run. Yeah, I did. I fucked up this run. God damn it.
Also, Lundy, I remember nothing from last night except big hermit crabs.
We cracked the fuck up at big hermit crabs, dude. We fucking lost our goddamn minds.
It would be really cool, though.
Big, literally, you were just like we were in the middle of a thought, and you were just like, wouldn't it be cool if hermit crabs were like bigger?
Like really bigger.
Like really big. And that's gonna be my fucking subscription noise. I'm telling you, that's either a donation noise or a subscription noise. Just wouldn't it be okay? Wouldn't it be awesome if they were big, like really big?
It's better than I'm a big fan of 9/11.
Yeah, it is.
What was the context of being? I remember. Like jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to come up with like a fucking list yesterday of like, are there any other hilarious like memeable like terrorist attacks? And it's like, no, I can't think of any. 9/11's special in that regard. Ain't nobody out there making 7-Eleven jokes.
There was a terrorist attack on a 7-Eleven?
No, there was a terrorist attack on 7-Eleven in the UK. I believe that was the subway bombing, if I'm not mistaken. The main reason I remember that terror attack is because at the time WWE was I can't remember the dude's name, but like there was this Italian dude that looked
I remember
a little bit Arabic. And yeah, like that, it was either like the day the attack happened or the day after. It was on SmackDown because they recorded it a week before. Because if it happened, if it literally happened that week, they wouldn't have fucking done the angle they did. But like that was when he had like ISIS basically come down and like do a mock execution on the fucking Undertaker.
It couldn't have been ISIS. ISIS never existed.
It wasn't ISIS. But like
it was like Al Qaeda.
In hindsight, they were basically dressed like how we associate like ISIS now.
Okay, maybe they saw it too. Maybe it inspired them. It was Al Qaeda, by the way. It was
Al Qaeda or the Taliban. Really, in WWE, it was just nobody. It was just like this shadowy, nebulous, like terrorist. God, like again, this is why I want to do a fucking podcast about how weird the fucking 90s were. I know. To be fair, like that was like the early 2000s.
Was it?
But like, it's really, yeah.
If it was before 9/11, so yeah, it was.
Yeah, because that was. Because that would I want to say it was fuck, what was his name? I can't remember it. It's like on the tip of my fucking tongue.
What is it? Describe.
I want to say Hassan, but I'm like, I don't think that was it.
What are you trying to say?
The fucking the name of the fucking dude, the Italian, the not Muslim guy. They had to play that Muslim terrorist. He works at a fucking gym now. Or an auto shop. I can't remember which. That's what happens to a lot of people who don't make it in wrestling. You either work at a gym or an auto shop.
The gym makes sense. Auto shop, I don't know. Like, it must be an American thing.
It might actually be an Italian thing with him, because I know there's that whole, like... I think that's more of like a fucking Northeast meme that like all auto shops are run by Italians.
Really? That's so weird.
Why didn't I save? Why didn't I fucking save? Sorry. Fucking playing Doom while you guys talking.
Doom?
You don't have your little helper boy here either today.
No, I don't. I'm like fucking going in goddamn blind.
Having to touch every fucking pixel on every wall. So, Lundy, did you see Sargon get fucking fished?
Fished?
Yeah, he almost got milkshake today, but
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about now. Fucking people were saying that he should probably invest in like some sort of like fucking like splash thing or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious.
But then, like, later he got fished because somebody threw a bunch of fucking fish at him.
The Europeans know how to fuck with their fucking like candidates. I love that shit.
And the Australians. I know it's hard to say anything about those fucking assholes down there, but Egg Boy is a real hero.
I know a woman that her daughter go to the same school as Egg Boy. He's a senior.
I bet
he's the oldest in high school.
Now.
Yeah, he is. Like at school, they like did a fundraising if he needed like legal help. If I remember correctly. Yes, he's a hero.
Oh, it was Hassan.
Okay.
It was Muhammad Hassan.
I need to stop bringing this fucking rocket launcher out when I'm fucking in corridors and shit.
Yeah, why are you using a rocket launcher in corridors?
I listen, things happen really fucking fast and I don't have time to think. Also, there's a fucking like glitched wall or some shit that something keeps fucking firing at me from. There we go.
Yeah, blame the game. It's surely a glitch.
No, it is. There's a wall literally like across the way from me. It's just a wall, and the fireball just keeps coming out of it as someone shoots me through it. There's no window or anything.
It might be.
I fired back at it, and my rocket went right through the wall.
Have you tried going through the wall?
I can't get to the wall. It's a giant wall that's like an up top above like lava. I can't. There's no way for me to get to it.
Then it is probably an illusionary wall because they love doing that shit in Doom.
Apparently, this is the hardest level in both Dooms. Doom 1 and 2.
Yeah, Doom 2 is kind of
This is
not really but like Doom 2 is just easier to me.
Doom 2 is easier. Well, it does have like the super shotgun and shit.
Man, everybody is talking about butts in the chat.
Butts?
Yeah.
Oops. I don't know if I can do that. I want to do this.
You want to talk about bats?
Everybody in the chat is.
Oh, you know what? I can talk about Endgame now because the Russo brothers fucking lifted the fucking thing. I don't want to talk about it too much because I'm like,
do it again.
I want to do the podcast about it and go gets like really touchy when we talk about things. But you know what? 7 out of 10.
Oh shit!
But Goat is like it took a vacation. It took a break.
I do want to do because I really hate that he picked fucking June because like fucking the very public spanking does its break in fucking June, so I got nothing.
What do you need Goat for? Like, I'm sure if you invite him as a guest, he will come and you should host.
I
Do
mean, I
a
guess I could.
endgame thing. You don't
Well,
need no God. I hope he doesn't hear me.
I guess I could actually make real videos again. But that requires effort. And I really, really don't want to do that.
What? Anything that requires effort?
Yeah. Lundy, you want to play Stellaris in June?
In June? Why June?
Because he's bored.
Like, I got nothing to do on Saturdays.
All his friends abandoned him.
Oh, because we're not doing the podcast? Yeah, we can do that. Provided I have off work.
Yeah, and a very public spanking isn't happening.
Why? Vacation?
Because yeah, we take a month off in June.
What do I keep thinking about? That's the pillar. They look exactly the fucking same. God damn it.
But yeah, I liked Infinity War better than Endgame.
I didn't like Endgame very much. Like it, I don't know. I didn't care when everyone snapped, and I felt bad for not caring. But I knew they will come back. It was too obvious. Like it.
Yeah, but I didn't figure they'd come up with like a bullshit way to do it, you know?
I was sure it
Like,
would
at
be a
least not
bullshit
that
way.
bullshit-y.
What?
Well, that's what you fucking get for not watching Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I didn't.
I knew they were going
either.
to use the fucking dumb Pym particles.
I didn't what the stupid way would be, but I knew it would be.
You knew it
And-
was going to be bullshit, whatever the fucking way was.
Exactly. And it was so obvious that they intentionally zapped on the newer character and left the original ones. It was so, I don't know. I couldn't care. But this, like, the Endgame one was just beautiful, and I loved Thor so much. Like, he was perfect. If they're gonna change him back,
Yeah,
I will boycott them. What?
I don't think he's ever going to be in Thor shape again.
I hope not. It was like it was beautiful.
Because I'm pretty sure a part of his contract for signing on to do more Marvel movies is like, I don't want to get into fucking Thor shape anymore. That's literally fucking killing me.
I don't know, because I think he would still have to stay hot for all other movies he's doing. No one takes him for his talent yet.
Plus, with the little tidbits we got with him and the other Guardians of the Galaxy, I can see there being like, because like I said, I think he's probably going to be like Star-Lord size now going forward. Maybe a little bigger than Star-Lord, but not like, say, Drax. Like, he's not going to be as big as Drax anymore.
He was never as big as Dave Bautista.
I mean, yeah, true. Like nobody in the MCU is as big as Dave, except for maybe Vin Diesel, and he's voicing a fucking tree, so he doesn't kind of count.
And there is something. But yeah, I don't know. It would be James Gunn, which is interesting.
But the reason I say like Star-Lord size, because of like Star-Lord and like Thor butting heads at the end of Endgame, I'm like, I can see a thing where like Thor's wearing Star-Lord's clothes and shit, and like that's just really pissing off Star-Lord.
They're
and Thor's just like, come on, bro.
They could fucking do like a goddamn sitcom with those two. I swear to God.
I hope so.
Also, I'm calling it now. Gamora is going to hook up with she's going to hook up with Adam Warlock, and that's going to be probably a big story plot point for Star-Lord in the next movie.
With whom? Who's Adam Warlock?
He's in the comics. Adam Warlock is basically literally the Soul Stone.
Oh,
he is the Soul Stone.
But in the movies, he's probably just going to be one of those weird golden alien people from Guardians 2. Or they're fucking... Oh, the Sovereign. Yeah, he's probably going to be just a Sovereign who's really super powerful and beautiful and perfect and shit. In the comics, him and Gamora are actually like the two like love interest. because Star-Lord was really different in the comics for the longest time. He was like a lot older, and he was more of like a space policeman than like fun
random
Han Solo.
emperor.
Yeah. Also, he got his powers from a sun wizard.
Okay, so he wasn't the son of a galaxy man.
Oh no! In the comics, like it turns out like Peter Quill's father is some dude called like Adam of Spartax, and it's just this really shitty, boring fucking planet that's like we're basically fucking Spartans.
Hmm.
I hope they do fucking Annihilus, fucking Brick Bork. Annihilus would be a fun fucking villain. Mainly because he's just like, I want to kill this universe so my universe can die. He's like the ultimate nihilist, which is probably why, like, you know, Annihilus, you know,
Makes sense.
all works.
I'm gonna take a break.
Also, he's just got a cool design. He's like, you're gonna take a break from the Marvel movies?
Yeah, but what does he look like?
He's like a weird, like, bug gargoyle dragon man. And he's got hot pink armor.
Oh, that's cute. If you like,
he's got like
kind
one of my
thing.
favorite. He's got like one of my favorite villain moments from the comics when Annihilation Wave was happening. He killed Human Torch, Johnny Storm, and like Reed Richards is like talking to him on like this communication thing, and like Reed Richards is giving this big, huge, like heroic speech about like, we're gonna fucking stop you. We've stopped you before. There's nothing you can do to stop us. And all Annihilus does is he fucking holds up like the 4 patch from fucking Johnny Storm's fucking like costume.
Aww. That's morbid.
Spoiler alert, he didn't actually kill Johnny Storm. He just forced Johnny Storm to like reach a new level of Super Saiyan. Because Johnny Storm. Because here's something a lot of people don't realize, because the Fantastic movies and the cartoons like are all garbage and really shit, and they all ended before you could really see this with Johnny Storm. Johnny Storm's legit one of the most powerful fucking characters in the Marvel universe. Like when he goes supernova, yeah, like he can literally go hotter than the fucking sun.
The sun is not fire.
I know, but you know, he can do.
He doesn't know that.
You can go hotter than the sun emits heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but fire,
he can basically ignite atmospheres when he goes like full like when he goes like full on fucking nuke mode. Like he can literally basically cause a chain reaction to like cause all of the fucking. He's just stupid. He's stupidly powerful.
I really want to watch next is the Suicide Squad James Gunn movie. And then I will stop watching superhero movies because that's enough. That's enough. It's been a very long 10 years.
11.
I should have fucking known. They were gonna pull that bullshit on me. You fucking piece of.
I kind of really hope they pull back from
garbage.
doing 3 movies a year.
I don't think. I think their profits are gonna sink now. Everyone saw. You must be kidding me. I'm out of twigs again. Oh my god, I'm so angry. Sorry.
I'm just so fucking bothered right now. Sorry. Fucking cyber demon at the end of the goddamn level.
I think the real test
Out
is
of
going to
fucking
be.
nowhere.
Yeah. The real test.
I think the real test is going to be Eternals, because everybody's going to go see Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
Eternals, like I saw that they have Angelina Jolie, so it might even bring like new audience, like of people who didn't bother.
It might, but like Eternals is just that's the weirdest fucking thing to me. That's getting a Marvel movie.
I won't bother.
Because there's like
unless it's a masterpiece, but I doubt that.
Because there's like 3 Eternal stories. Like the Eternals, like they don't really get a lot of play in the Marvel universe.
They're not that eternal. You said they're contemporary. That's what you're saying.
How do you do that? How do you deal with this? How am I supposed to actually win this?
Which Doom are you playing?
I'm playing Doom 1. I'm on the 4th episode, which is the one they released after they made Doom 2, because they were like, let's make something that's harder than both Doom 1 and Doom 2. Wouldn't that be fucking hilarious? And I'm on the 3rd to last mission. And at the end of the mission, there is literally just a cyber demon that just like appears from around a corner, and he just rockets you twice and you die. And he's in a very tiny room that you can't really maneuver in.
I think you're dead. I think you're done. You can't stream anymore.
I don't know how to win that fucking encounter. I don't know what the fuck I'm actually supposed to do. Wait.
Maybe run. Maybe try that.
Wait.
Yes, wait till he dies of old age.
Okay, I'm a genius. I figured it out. I have figured it out.
Oh, I hope like 10 minutes from now, it's like, no, I didn't figure it out.
No, you would scream in our ear and we wouldn't like it when he dies now after he figured it out.
I kind of would.
That's...
Because it's funny. This is for all the times he laughed at me for playing Tower Toppler Lundy.
Shut up, let him concentrate. Okay, there's a dude there. Okay, I understand. All right. All right, you guys can continue talking. I'm just fucking yelling at myself for being incompetent at games.
Oh yeah, did you guys know like a Tolkien biopic was coming out?
Yes.
Today?
Biopic?
Yes, we don't want to see.
You don't want to see.
I was just looking up like what other movies were coming out this week, like against Detective Pikachu. And yeah, like there's a Tolkien biopic from like Fox Studios, and technically it's going to be the first movie that Disney releases under Fox.
Yeah, I don't think it would be worse. Like I saw the trailer and I don't know, like his life wasn't the most interesting thing about him, and just name recognition.
Oh, no, I think he had
very cynical, and I hate it. What?
I think he had an interesting life.
I mean,
to be fair, anybody who fought in World War I probably had an interest in life.
For him, it was interesting, but I don't want to like. No, just no.
Also, if what Super Noob is saying is true, that they couldn't even reference Lord of the Rings, it's like, how do you do that?
I read
because like that's the only reason to make the biopic in the first place is like this guy. Because I see where T is coming from, right, Lundy? Because like if Tolkien never wrote Lord of the Rings, you wouldn't make this biopic.
Mm.
Also, you want to make this biopic about some random jackass in World War I who didn't write one of the most influential novels of the 20th century.
He did write The Hobbit while in the trenches, and I remember, like, when I read the book, it had like a preface when he was like telling, and for me it was like I didn't realize it was World War I. I thought it was like he just went to the army, and since here going to the army is something so normal and banal, I didn't know why he's doing like such a big deal out of it.
Yeah, if I remember right, Tolkien got like lucky in the First War, and he
Like he
he was
survived.
on the front line, but like he wasn't on he wasn't on like the really super bad, awful parts of the front line.
I'm a fucking genius.
We're very proud of you, Landy.
God damn it, Lundy. Yeah, I guess.
Oh
Good
yes,
job.
I'm a fucking genius. Ah yes, that is how you fucking play Doom. I'm just gonna fucking sit here and revel in that fucking win.
You know what I do want? You know what biopic I do want? Especially since Stan Lee's dead now.
Stanley?
I want a fucking movie about Marvel Comics. Not necessarily about Stan Lee, but like Marvel Comics as a whole. Because there's, especially like in the Golden Age when like after Captain America was published and the American Nazi Party were threatening to burn down Timely comics at the time. When they were threatened to burn down, and like Mayor LaGuardia had to put a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week police detachment like to protect Marvel Comics from all these fucking Nazis and shit. Or like when fucking some Nazis went to fucking Jack Kirby's house to beat him up, and then he was like, "I'll be down in 5 minutes," and he came out with a fucking like a lead pipe.
No, I thought it was his home. I didn't know it was. Sorry, I thought it was like the studio. I didn't know it was his home. I know this story. Are you sure? Like
Yeah,
I know
like
he
they
went down
like
to the lobby and no one was there.
yeah. Like
Because
there's
why?
also
Why
the
would
thing
he?
with like the Nazis threatening to burn down Timely Comics because they were like, "Hey, Hitler's a good dude. He ain't bad." And to show that we're tolerant, reasonable people, we're gonna burn down this fucking building.
I don't know. America, like US, is so weird.
Fun fact, I always love bringing this up. The American Nazi Party lasted until 1965. Way longer than you think it would have.
No, I thought they still existed. So the opposite
Well,
of
no,
what you just
there
said.
is an American Nazi Party again, but like it's not the same American Nazi Party.
There was a
from the-
gap.
Yeah.
Okay. Disturbing, yes.
Because political parties in the United States are like private entities and shit, so you can own like that shit. And I forget his fucking name, but like the dipshit who owned like the original American Nazi shit took that shit to his grave.
How did he die?
Oh, fun story. Bullet to the brain.
What? Like suicide?
No, he was picking up his laundry, and somebody shot him from the top of a roof.
Huh? But he sounds like such a nice guy.
There's another Nazi. Before anybody's like, "Hey, that guy who shot him was a good dude," it's like, nah, it was another Nazi because there was like a bunch of like infighting in the American Nazi Party at the fucking time.
I think it's gonna, like, history is gonna repeat itself. how it looks like at the moment.
Maybe I don't know. Like a lot of the Nazis now are just like big prisses.
Poor Sargon got fished.
Yeah, like look at fucking Sargon. Like he's basically a fucking dwarf, but without any of the cool things. You know?
You mean he's very short or he's disabled? What are you what kind of
That is a
dwarf
question.
are we
What do you mean
talking
he's a
about?
dwarf?
Well, I was pulling more like the fantasy dwarf.
But
Oh,
what do you
okay,
mean by that, though?
He has a beard. He hates women. I don't know.
Yeah, the Klan did turn on the Nazis during the war. Not so much afterwards. Then again, basically the KKK isn't even around anymore because, like, hell, the fucking KKK at the fucking time wasn't even the original fucking KKK.
Do you know what happened to what's his name? David Duke? What happened to his eyes? I forgot. I wanted to check that. Like, is it a tattoo or is he like sick? What's his thing?
I know he got kicked in the face or something.
No,
By like a
but
barn animal.
it's symmetrical though. It's both eyes, like a demon. Like I'm really. I don't want to make fun of how he looks like, but his eyes are
Oh, that
so
wasn't Stan
different from
Lee. He wasn't Ryan Black
anything.
Panther at the time. It was some other dude. It was some other dude, Brick Bork. I forget the name. I have the fucking cover saved because it's a really fucking great cover of like fucking T'Challa on the fucking cross as like the Klansmen are like coming for him, and he's like bursting off of it, and he's like, "I'm gonna fucking beat these guys' ass." I want that to be Black Panther too, if I'm being completely honest. Like just Black Panther versus the Klan. Like I'll buy fucking 10 tickets right fucking now, Marvel. You hear me?
Do you have enough mushrooms?
Maybe.
Sorry.
I don't think there would be the big like. Look, the only reason I traded drugs for Endgame tickets was because I knew there was going to be a fucking. I knew it was going to be a hassle to fucking
Yeah.
like get
No,
on the
sorry for
website to
bringing that
fucking
up.
book that shit.
Sorry for bringing
No,
that
I'm not
up, but
afraid.
that
I'm
is
not. I'm
funny.
not shy of that.
It just is
You
such
know,
a
you do what you
surreal
got to
story.
see a movie.
I I need to watch Black Panther. I
It's
didn't
like,
watch
hey,
Black
buddy,
Panther yet.
I've been going to this movie theater a long time, and I know you. It's fine. Black Panther.
I actually haven't seen Black Panther.
Killmonger's great.
Ah, me neither.
He's the best part.
I feel racist though.
You love Killmonger.
I feel
Lumpy.
poor. Like I would watch it if I had the opportunity, but I don't. 'cause I'm
You
fucking-
do? Like, you don't pirate movies? It's like ideology or
I
something?
don't-
Just look on
I don't
Rabbit.
like
There's
pirate
always
movies.
people.
Why?
Just look on
Um,
Rabbit, Lundy. There's always people streaming all of the Marvel movies. That's literally how I've watched Endgame like fucking 12 fucking
I just
times
think that
now.
if you like something, then you should support it financially. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, but I
And you
don't
know what,
agree.
Lundy? I did. Let me tell you a little story, Lundy. I saw Guardians of the Galaxy 13 times in theaters.
Whoa. Like, it wasn't that good. Like, it was cute, nice movie.
You don't understand. Matt had been waiting for a Rocket Raccoon movie for so goddamn long. When they finally gave it to him, he wanted them to know that that is exactly
It
what he
wasn't
wanted.
even that. It was just more. I've been waiting for Marvel to like to go to a Dragon Ball reference, to take the weighted clothing off, as it were. It's like I want to see weird shit like in the fucking comics. I want fun. And Guardians of the Galaxy is like everything I fucking like up until that fucking point, and then Infinity War topped that because Infinity War, like I said in my fucking ranking video, Infinity War is literally everything I want in a fucking superhero movie.
It was
Mainly
okay.
a really good fucking villain.
You are exaggerating.
Look, I
It's
just want
dumb.
I just
His plan is stupid.
look. He
Sorry.
like look. That's why he's a villain, though, Tia. If he had a good plan, he'd probably be a hero.
Yeah. What? No, it doesn't work like that. if he had a good plan.
Like when you just boil it down, like villains are just like people with really shitty plans.
But a lot of motivation.
Yeah, like Magneto. Like
Magneto is our best friend. Don't diss Magneto in this conversation. Thank you. Okay, you're allowed. It's your show.
I'm just saying, like Magneto, like there's a reason why in like the Age of Apocalypse. Oh man, since we're getting the multiverse because of the shit in Spider-Man: Homecoming. I mean, Far From Home. I hope we get an actual Age of Apocalypse movie because that timeline is so much fun, and it'd be a fun way to like maybe break up the X-Men movies, you know, like do a weird multiverse take on the X-Men of like, hey, these are all the X-Men, but like they're completely different. Like fucking Cyclops is a villain in this universe. Fucking Magneto is leading the X-Men and he's married to fucking Rogue.
Oh,
Nightcrawler.
I've read these comics. I have shit. I'm shouting, and it's literally midnight. Uh, I have it. I own it. It's like a alternative universe kind of thing, right?
Yeah, like Age of Apocalypse would be like a great like breakup for like hey, before we introduce like the main X-Men, like let's maybe go fucking like crazy. Let's do Age of Apocalypse.
Yeah. Something made me angry, and I don't remember why. Wow, it's old, and I read it like long
There
ago.
are some infuriating moments. There's some bullshit character deaths in Age of Apocalypse.
Do I want to like get up to the shelf and look it up, or 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 not?
I don't know. It's a good series though. Like I love a lot of the like Age of Apocalypse Nightcrawler is my favorite version of that
I
character.
remembered there was this green girl, and she could do portals.
Oh no,
And
you're
she,
thinking. I think you're thinking of the pink girl, Blink.
yeah, and she was like graphically raped by this torso with a face on it.
Oh yeah, Sugar Man.
Oh my god, it gave me nightmares. It was so like unnecessary.
Oh, that'd be another fun thing. Not the
No,
rape.
no, no.
Not
It
the
would look,
rape.
but no, but the
But
character will look horrifying in like real life, in live action.
but bringing up Blink, like they could do a fucking Exiles movie, and like Exiles is like legitimately one of my favorite comics of all time because it's basically it's an X-Men spinoff where because the X-Men continuity is just a fucking angry gnarled fist of just Gordian knots. Like there are so many alternate timelines and fucking shit with the X-Men. So they literally created a team of like a bunch of different X-Men from all these different universes and shit, and they would go to other universes and fix problems in like these other universes.
Like sliders.
Yeah. Basically, yeah, it was basically Slider. If I remember right, I think the fucking dude who created it literally said like, "Yes, I ripped this off from Sliders because I was a huge fan of Sliders," and I was like, "What if we just do that with the X-Men?"
That's fair. That's a great idea. But yeah, I saw. I
Blink
stopped.
wasn't.
I didn't
She was in the fucking Days of Future Past movie for like 5 seconds.
really. Oh, I
Hey guys, I'm having a bit of an argument in my fucking chat right now. How much of a ticket's sales go to the movie theater? I know it's not that much.
There's like a scaling thing. Like if I remember, like opening weekend, it starts at like 30%, and then like each subsequent week it goes up like I think 5%.
So So yeah, they make the.
Don't quote me on that 100% though. It's like it could be anywhere between like 20.
Well, I
maybe
was
40.
kind of, like vaguely aware of the fact that like the theaters themselves don't really make that much off of the tickets, and they make most of their money off of their concession sales. That's why everything in there is ungodly expensive. That's why you're paying like $5 for a fucking large Coke.
Yeah. What? That's $5?
Yeah,
like 20 shekels. That's a lot.
Yeah, they fucking.
Your theater's fucking cheap, Lundy. By the way.
Yeah.
It's fucking $7 for a large fucking drink at my fucking theater, and my theater is a fucking rinky-dink fucking like 4-screen fucking relic.
Yeah, mine's like a fucking. I want to say it's a 12 theater. Theater, yeah, 12. Which still isn't like huge in comparison to other theaters that exist around the country, but it's like it's a fair size theater.
Hey, focus. Also, like I give the theater plenty of money back within the fucking money I dump into the arcade machines there.
Yeah, my theater basically all but deleted its arcade area.
Also, my theater is really smart because you know what they have in the lobby? They actually have vending machines there. Because, like, they know people are going to sneak food in, so they're like, look, we'll just put a vending machine here. Just put your money in there.
Here,
if you're going to sneak food in, can you at least buy our cheaper food to sneak in?
I got Cheddar. Basically, he took a little bit of umbrage to me saying that I'm not going to watch a movie unless I like pay for a ticket for it because I want to support the things that I want to watch. And he said, "Well, how do you know that you're going to like a movie unless you like see it first?" And I'm like, "Well, that's kind of the purpose of previews, isn't it?" And then he started to explain that he doesn't believe that previews are all that like.
Here's the thing: I didn't need to see fucking anything for Endgame to know I was going to like that. You know?
Oh yeah, because you had like previous installments of the exact same series.
I've watched 21 movies leading up to
Yeah. There's a lot of like evidence towards the fact that it's probably going to be at least a decent movie.
Unless it was just literally like, I don't know, fucking 3 hours of just Thanos waving his fucking dick. Even then, I'd be like, you know what? This might be the greatest fucking joke.
What? If they made a fucking film where it's just Thanos, just like on fucking screen, just going fucking waving his dick around for 3 hours.
You think of Watchmen. I think you think of Zack Snyder's Watchmen.
Oh yeah, did anybody see the trailer for the TV show version of Watchmen?
No, I've heard of it though.
It looks like shit. Oh yeah, speaking of HBO, real quickly, do you guys want to hear something funny?
Yes.
I always love hearing something funny.
Canceled my HBO this week.
Oh yeah, that's right. You said that Game of Thrones was literally the only reason you had it, and it turned to shit, so you didn't care anymore.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I had it for other things, but Game of Thrones was the main thing, and it's like, I just thought about it, and I was like, you know what, I'll just fucking, if I really want to watch Westworld Season 3, I'll just find it on Rabbit. Like, I don't care. Like, Game of Thrones is fucking, the last 2 episodes have literally been the lowest fucking point of the series. I'm not spoiling it. It's just like,
okay. We just didn't like it.
I hate them so fucking much.
Actually, you know what? Now I'm fucking.
And weirdly enough, for completely different reasons. Like, they're both like really bad in like different ways.
When you buy a movie ticket, where does that movie go? Where does that money go?
But yeah, Lundy, if I remember right, it's basically, I'm like 80% sure. It starts at like 30%, and then every subsequent week, like a movie's in the theater gets like 5% more of the ticket sales, which is why
I found an article called The Week from The Week. I don't know if that's like a good one, but they're basically just trying to break it down. You plunk down an average of around $8.14 per movie ticket, according to most recent 2014 figures from the National Association of Theater Owners. Did you ever wonder where all that money goes? Tracking Hollywood finances is a bit like cat herding, but here's a very simplified overview of the paths your money takes. Just to make it the math easier, let's say that your ticket costs $10. Movie studios have varied arrangements, but the movie studio usually ends up with about 60% of the proceeds from the American box offices. Overseas, the number is usually less, anywhere from 20% to 40%, depending on the film distribution agreements, and other costs associated with foreign production. Not to mention piracy. This figure varies according to the usual supply and demand principles. Extremely hot first run movie may start out with a distribution fees of up to 90%. If it's like a blockbuster, it's like 90% they'll take. The theater will.
Well, that doesn't sound good faith.
The theater will take approximately the remaining percentage. So
that's also, to be fair, also too, and this is why, like, there's also other various things, because I remember like reading up, like, the reason like 3D movies were really popular, like one of the big reasons is like theaters got a bigger cut of them, so like that's why a lot of theaters were like, let's keep doing all this 3D garbage, even though nobody really likes this shit.
I watched Endgame in 3D. It was actually like, I don't remember it interfering.
3D doesn't really work with me because of my
because
Ah.
blind.
You told me it's different. I mean, it's different for you. It's
some of it
not
works.
a preference.
Like I remember seeing Thor, the first Thor movie in 3D, and like the foreground 3D stuff worked. So like anything in the foreground, it's like, oh, that's actually like 3D, and then everything in like the mid and background were just like, this is just a blurry mess. I can't see shit. Man, couples are having not a good week on YouTube.
Why? Did something else happen?
Faith said the cops are at Rev and Shaney's house right now.
Whose house?
Fuck, I can't remember Rev's full fucking channel name, but Shaney for Christ.
Who? Please tell us who.
She's like an old YouTuber. She's a Christian. She's kind of wacky, but she's like ultimately harmless. She's you know, she ain't hurting nobody really.
She's married to another YouTuber.
Yeah, or going out with.
And cops came to their house.
Yeah.
And
I don't know why.
You assume it's because it's their relationship.
I mean, there's very few other reasons, unless they have like a meth lab.
I don't know.
Or a dogfighting ring.
Maybe they're just noisy neighbors. Or no way. It has to be something extreme. Like they're doing karaoke too loud at night. That's the number one reason people call here the police here for.
Do you think anybody had Pro Jared on like their YouTube creepo list?
You think they have those lists?
There has like people will bet on anything. Like there has to be like people out there betting on different YouTubers to fucking do weird fucking sex pest shit on YouTube.
I mean, yeah, probably. It's probably like something.
Maybe at Kiwi Farms.
Because it's like the joke. It's like the joke Sean and Jen tweeted out yesterday. Like, I hope one day we'll see a video game YouTuber walk the line between, you know, like I'm like an asexual blob and I need to send fucking dick pics to fucking minors.
Well, he is an asexual blob, so he shouldn't point fingers. I don't know. I don't like him.
This is why I was like, look, I know we talked about this. I remember this from last night, Lundy, that we talked about me being mad that I was never on the YouTube safe list.
Yeah.
And I understand why I was never on the YouTube safe list. But at the same time, it's like, look, it's the optics of it. I've never been a sex pest.
Only a sex pest by proxy, as you put it.
Yeah. I should at least be on the list with like an asterisk or something. Maybe
What's the safe
maybe at
list?
least 3 asterisks. Oh, the safe list was like this thing, like kind like I want to say around 2013.
You remember Gamergate, right?
Yeah, it was around the start of Gamergate.
Okay.
So Gamergate happened, and there was a lot of people who were getting like sort of like mass harassed, and they were trying to figure out like a way that they could report this or talk about this safely with other people who wouldn't judge them and shit like that. And one thing that Gamergate, that the anti-Gamergate like community sort of decided to do to try and like help out on this front was they were going to create a list of people that they knew from Twitter and YouTube who appeared to be safe people that you can go to for any like complaints that you have or any like anything
Spoiler
that may
alert, a
happen.
lot of them turned out to be sex pests.
I'm not surprised.
Sadly, Rob.
Oh, hey.
Not even just Rob. I wasn't gonna bring that one up, but like, yeah, him, Hannibal,
Yep.
you, James. That's what pissed me off. Was like, you, James, is on this list, and I'm fucking not.
Oh shit.
Little bizarre, that one.
I don't know. I'm so suspicious of any male YouTuber.
I know there was another
just-
one
I
that
just-
fucking
I just
pissed me
don't-
off. That I was like, what? He's on.
I guess I just don't care enough to be on to like be a sex pest. I don't know why I'm like the one person that like I know no one's ever gonna have to worry about, but like I just
Yeah,
don't
again,
care enough to like engage with some sort of like online pestery or whatever the fuck.
oh, sex pest is a fun way of saying like sexual harasser. Dave.
Yeah.
And it's also kind of a more dehumanizing way of saying it. So it works out
Yeah.
like in both ways.
Non-consensual horny men.
Fuck
It's just like, look, there's porn out there. Like if you're feeling really lonely, there's POV porn and cam girls.
Yeah, but then you
Again,
don't have the thrill of knowing you make someone uncomfortable.
Maybe that's it. Maybe it's like it's gotta be part of it. Is like the dumb fucking thrill of it.
Blech. But
Because like
what,
apparently Pro Jared's been doing this shit for 10 fucking years.
sorry.
But yeah, fucking. I'll be honest, like Pro Jared was always weird looking, but I never thought he was gonna be a sex pest.
Look at this easy difficulty. That's only a Baron and not a Cyber Demon.
I know, right?
Oh, you missed it, fucking Focus. He was just floundering without.
No, he was watching. He was watching, as was his other friend who got him into Doom in the first place. They're well aware
Yes.
of my frustration with the fucking Cyber Demon and that fucking level.
Yeah.
Well aware.
You should play Brutal Doom next, Lundy.
Not if you want to see what's going on.
If I want to see what?
Not if you want to see what's actually going on.
I mean, yeah, play it after Doom 2.
I mean, it wouldn't really have mattered if that was a Baron or a fucking or a Cyber Demon because I had the fucking invulnerability orb. So I would have fucking like walked up to it and fucking rocketed it in the face like 5 bajillion times regardless.
Yeah, that is true.
Why can't more video game YouTubers be like James Rolfe?
Who is that and
Just
why?
because you never tried Pepsi before.
He's the angry video game nerd. And
Oh.
you know what? I didn't know that, Lundy, but like it sounds like James. Because James is just like a goob. And I love him.
He recently made a video that included Pepsi as a prop. And he's like, now I have a refrigerator full of Pepsi. I never realized that this stuff was that delicious. I've never had Pepsi before. People are like, you've just what do you mean you've never had Pepsi before? What do you get when you go to like a restaurant, and someone else is like, the only thing I've ever seen him get is like coffee and water.
That's healthy. Good for him. Too bad he's addicted now. Gonna die from overdose.
From overdose.
Yeah, of Pepsi.
It's like, if you never,
The silent killer.
I just love, yeah, James is like, he's a harmless goof. I'll be honest, like, if it turned out James was a sex pest, I'd be really sad. That would like legitimately make me go like, no, not him.
That
It would
was-
be my like your. It would be my you were the chosen one moment. You were supposed to bring balance and order to the force.
My heart broke when Louis C.K. turned out to be a ugh.
Yeah.
And I will never love again.
You'll never love again. That's a hell of a way to put it.
Like it's done. It was like the lowest point, I think.
Oh no, lovely dame. Apparently, like his wife knew about like him getting pictures from her friends and shit. I don't know. There's some like weirdness to this because I know a lot of people. Because I know a lot of people crunched the numbers and did the math and figured out like Holly was cheating on Ross because by the timeline that Heidi gives,
well, shit,
Jared and Holly were fucking.
Okay, Lundy. Type in ID
I feel
clip.
really bad for Ross and all of this because he
back into the
literally
stage,
moved. He literally moved
and
from
then type it in
Australia
again.
to be with fucking Holly.
ID clip.
Yes.
Well, I mean, not just to be with Holly, but also to pursue like
Okay.
a career in like animation and stuff. But like, Holly was a big reason he finally moved from Australia to America, and it's like, wow, that really that sucks.
Did you type it in again?
But you know what? Ross
Undo it.
doesn't look like the
Oh,
offspring
yeah.
of Momo and fucking Ichabod Crane, so I think Ross actually already has like a new girlfriend.
I need to realize. I need
Or
to remember
boyfriend.
more often.
I don't know. I'm not gonna judge Ross. Whoever he wants to fuck, it's fine by me. As long as it's not a child or a corpse or an animal. You do you, Ross.
I really need to fucking. God damn it.
That was really unfortunate, given.
Yeah, it was really unfortunate. I forgot entirely about that crusher.
Given
Also, I've been a
that you
relatively
weren't
good
supposed to be
behavior.
there.
Oh, there was no reason to be there.
Well, that too, but I mean, like, you weren't going to be there if you didn't ID clip over there, anyways. Which happened because
Well,
you
Ross wasn't
accidentally
the
clipped out of the level.
Pro Jared and Holly were the cheaters in this scenario.
I can play
What do you
Killer and Shadow Warrior. God, I'm getting a lot of fucking game requests. I gotta like compile a fucking list.
I mean, yeah, it's weird. I mean, I get like, I know a lot of people are like, and to be fair, I was guilty of this fucking last night, but that was because Goat was like Holly is as attractive as Heidi, and it's like, no, I'm sorry, but like if we're being objective here, like no,
There's nothing, no such thing as objective beauty.
yeah, true.
Yes, there is. Sorry, we had a goddamn argument yesterday because over Pro Jared's like ex and his mistress because I was like, I think his ex is hotter than his mistress. That's really weird. And then Go got really fucking annoyed with me, not because that's sexist to say, because it kind of is, but because
I'll be honest, like Holly has the more attractive personality. You know,
I mean, maybe I don't know anything about them. I'm entirely off of looks.
Stands the cheating part. That part's not so cool, but like Holly, like I'll be honest, like I was subscribed to fucking Holly. I'd watch her videos. Like she's She's fun. She's got a great fucking sense of humor. Like, kind of Dame, because Heidi didn't really do YouTube. She was a cosplayer. Ross and Holly were kind of a nerd power couple.
That's a question. Does Louis C.K. should Louis C.K. get to work again as a comic? Because I've heard some social justice people saying that he should only get to flip burgers.
He's a millionaire.
Yeah,
He wouldn't flip burgers. He can not work one more day in his life, and
yeah. He doesn't really have to.
Right.
I mean, he even made a joke about that during one of his specials. He's like, I have enough money that I can just go into a room and just stockpile food and just never leave my house again. Like, he's so like it's not like he has to work or anything like that. But I think that kind of like misses the point of the question. I think the point of the question is like, if somebody has been outed as being a sex pest in some way, should they lose their job?
Yes.
And I think that is contextual. Because Louis C.K. is an independent contractor, so he's kind of self-employed. So how does he fire himself exactly? It's not really up to him. It's
more up to the comedy clubs. It's more
if the comedy clubs want to continue hiring him and people want to continue seeing him, then that's a thing. I think personally, if somebody is outed as a sex pest, and I'm not even just saying Louis C.K. because that's contextual. If somebody is outed as a sex pest and they're a comic and everybody wants to see them, I think that that's unethical to want to see them to want to support them and financially support them regardless of knowing that. I think it's unethical to do that. I don't think that has to do, but just because something is unethical doesn't mean I want it to be like legally enforced, because I think there's sort of like a line in between those two things. I think it is up to the people to really prioritize what it is that they want from their performance. If they want somebody if they want somebody who doesn't do anything wrong, then that's it gets complicated because there's very few instances of comics that aren't problematic, at least in what they say. And then there's the next step of being problematic in what they do. And you have to really start to figure out like the layers involved of what you're willing to support. Because if it's just, for me, if they've only said things, and if those things aren't something that's like basically alt-right dog whistling, then I think it's fine. If they do things, however, I think that's an extra step that we need to seriously consider boycotting. I think that's my opinion anyway.
But Louis C.K. did do things, like no one is arguing.
That's what I'm saying. I was putting him in the greater context of the entirety of the conversation, because Louis C.K. himself is like one very specific thing. And the specifics involved in that are fucking weird, because for some of the women, they said it didn't really bother them at all. They just kind of like thought it was funny and stupid. And then for some of the women, they said it was something that did bother them, and that he had apologized to them, but they weren't willing to just accept that and move on. And that is up to them to figure out. And from the sounds of things, he hasn't done it in a very long time. And I personally believe in redemption. So if somebody just has not done something that's wrong in a very long time and they don't do it anymore, then that's all that we can realistically ask of them. Like, we can't possibly ask him to just take back what he did, because that's
yes, we can, because he didn't just like sexually disgusting. He also kind of ruined the career of those comedians he wonked out because they didn't want them to tell anyone. So they didn't get jobs and such.
Right. I don't know.
They wrote about it.
That gets more complicated, because I don't know if that's Louis C.K.'s fault or if that's his agency's fault.
But still, he has so much power to like help and he chose to
Yeah,
just
he was.
write this stupid, disgusting letter about how much they admired him, and he didn't know that he was so admirable.
He
For
was the face of comedy.
For a little while, yes. And I don't disagree that he could do more to help, but ultimately, there's
I'll be
no way
honest,
for
like-
him. There's no possible way that he can make things right.
yeah, but it's so convenient. He can't make things right, so whatever, he's redeemed.
Well,
You
just
don't
because
get
it's convenient doesn't mean it's
redemption
not true.
by saying sorry. What?
Just because it's convenient doesn't mean it's not true. He did apologize to them afterwards, and he also made a general apology. Now, the apology itself isn't the best apology that he could have possibly fucking made. He definitely could have done better on that. But from my point of view, if you did something wrong in the past and then you don't do it anymore, like you've learned that that's not something that you're supposed to fucking do, and we're still holding you accountable for it, then all we're really doing is just being morally indignant.
I'm gonna
Which I guess
sound
you have
like
the right to do, and you have the right, of course, to say that you're not going to support someone like that. But I don't think that there's anything productive to be had of boycotting someone who is not any longer doing anything wrong that you can identify.
I don't know. I think anyone who see Louis C.K. at the Comedy Cellar and doesn't walk out is like saying, I don't care about women. You can ruin women's life. Like, I don't care if enough time passed. And also, I don't want to be super demagogue, but literally I had this conversation a couple of years ago with someone who knew a guy that I know it's extreme, but he babysat a 12-year-old girl and raped her. But he won't do it anymore, and it was very long ago. And it was like a screaming match with his friend about if it's okay or not, because he's not gonna do it. And I know, that's my association. I know it. I'm taking it to an extreme kind of place, but it sounds to me about the same.
So one of my chatters asked a very important question, and that's as far as this conversation goes. Do you believe that the justice system, that any criminal justice system, or in any way, should be
The
about
American?
punishment? Well, no, any criminal justice system. Do you believe that it should be about punishment or reform?
First thing, it's not relevant to the Louis C.K. story. He didn't get
Yeah, I was going
punished
to bring
in
this up.
any
Like,
kind
he
of
didn't get
legal way.
I'm not saying that he did get arrested or anything like that, but we are currently talking about sort of like a court of public appeals, as it were. Well, public appeals, that's a different fucking thing. The court of the public, as it
I'll
were.
be honest, I'm the gross centrist. I'm the gross centrist here, where I'm like, look, yeah, like I said earlier, it's really more of a thing about you should be more asking should comedy clubs be hiring him?
Yeah, and
then
do.
Boycott, because I'm like, look, if you want to keep boycotting Louis C.K., in my mind, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead,
Yeah, I don't have a problem with somebody.
Okay, yeah, no, Landy, tell the person that it's not relevant to this conversation, and I think it's distracting from the course, because no one involved the police in any way. No legal process was done. He didn't
I understand what you're saying.
any
But
rights.
there's sort of an underlying principle behind it. It's like, yeah, sure, the police didn't get involved in this instance. What if? So let's just presume they did for a second. Let's presume they got involved, and let's presume that it happened at the time. Like he fucking masturbated in front of some women. They said that they were fucking completely disgusted and creeped out. They called the police, called him a harasser. He got arrested and he went to jail. And now let's say he's out of jail and he wants to do comedy again.
Okay, we have a similar story. I know, you don't know Israeli news, but we had an actor that was very famous. He was a children's actor, and there was this giant scandal since he gave courses in acting to young girls and raped them, and it was no one believed. It was he was so nice. It was terrible. Anyway, he went to jail for years, and now he's out, and there's this discourse. He's complaining that no one will give him work and it's not fair, and he like paid his punishment. I don't know how to say it. Wait, I will see if I can find anything in English about it. Anyway, so every time he's on TV or anything, feminists are very angry and they are like boycotting and protesting and disgusted. But I'm with them. Like, he can work at anything else. Why does he have to be an actor? Why?
Wouldn't that attitude carry over to any other industry though?
Uh,
He can do anything else, but like really, like that. If you believe that he's still a danger to people, then like, why would he be able to work anywhere else?
I don't believe he's a danger to people because everyone knows he's a rapist now, so he wouldn't like be able to find
that wouldn't. If you
victims again.
okay. So you don't
But
believe that he's actually going to be raping anybody because everybody's already aware, so it's not going to be a problem because people take
also,
precautions.
he's old. I don't know. Like, there's an age you stop wanting to rape people, I think. But never mind. I think public kind of thing of occupations, like, it's different when it's an actor, and it's different when it's politician, and it's different when it's a judge, because it's very symbolic and it's people we regard to higher purpose. And also, if he's gonna be like on TV again, his victim, the 13-year-old girls, are gonna see his face all the time.
Mhm.
And it happened to them already. And it's the same with Louis C.K. Like, if those, I don't know if these women are still comedians or not, but
I think some of them are, but not all of them.
but like, it's their workplace, and they're gonna see and hear about them all the time, like they did before it came out. So for them, there will be no difference whatsoever. And I care
So do you
about
think?
them much more than I care about him.
So
at
do
this
you think
moment.
that? So what if all of them said that they're fine with him just continuing to do comedy?
That's a lot of ifs.
Well, I'm
Uh,
just trying to pin down exactly like what your position is. Like if everybody that he was a sexual creeper to and harasser to said, "Look, we're fine with him doing comedy. He can continue doing it. It's fine."
but
If
they
they said
didn't.
that, would you be
They
like,
wrote this letter when they told the story, and how it's the opposite of. I'll tell you what, I don't like those hypotheticals at all. I know men loves them very much, but it's like, we're talking about a thing that happened in the real world. It's a thing. Some things, like, he didn't. The police wasn't involved. That's what happens in reality. The women said they don't want him to work. Like, it's not an hypothetical situation. It's a real thing that happened. And I don't like this, like, devil advocate kind of thing.
"Hold on,
What if?
did
And
any
what
of
if
them
it's
say they
if
don't want him to work in comedy anymore?
what? Sorry.
Did any of them actually say they don't want him to work in comedy anymore?"
There was two of them. They wrote this letter. I'll trying to find it. I'm trying to find it. It will take like a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it too. Is it an open letter to Louis C.K.?
Does it have the pictures, like?
No, it's not that one. It's from a fan.
Here. Oh, there's like, what happened to the women he harassed. That's interesting. And also about what you said before, that Sarah Silverman, she didn't care. It's like saying, I don't like it. I get why he was confused and raped the person because he had consensual sex once. Like, she
Was Sarah
didn't care.
Silverman one of the ones?
What?
I don't remember everybody who he did it to.
No, he didn't do it to her. I think she commented on it, but I don't.
No. She said they grew up together, and he used to do it, and like she was okay with it. It was interesting to her. It wasn't like gross and terrible. And I believe her, and I love her. I have nothing against her, but it doesn't mean that here. Wait, I found a picture of the two women. So here.
Are you posting the Google Hangout thing, or are you doing it in the Discord?
I did. Wait, I'm reading it. I'm making sure it's the right thing. How did I run? Phone.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I probably can't watch him again.
Watch what?
Louis C.K.
Louis. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Personally,
I haven't.
100%. I wouldn't watch him. Just seeing his picture makes me
Maybe like in 10 years from now. Because I remember I said the same thing about Mel Gibson, but then he made that weird fucking movie where he had the fucking beaver puppet, and I was like, I gotta fucking see this. This sounds fucking so stupid. And it was. It's a really fucking bad, awful movie. Fun fact, did you know fucking Shane Black wanted Mel Gibson to be the president in Iron Man 3? And Disney was like, are you fucking serious? Like, we're to this day trying to shake off the stigma of Walt Disney hating the Jews. We're gonna hire fucking him?
I see gameplay again.
It's not stigma, it's reality. But I'm reading the New York Times article, Landy.
Mm-hmm.
Did you find it?
No, I couldn't find it, so I was relying on you to find it, and I just decided.
I think it's that one, but it's like very long. Opa, there you go. It's long and it's like graphic. I know you're not bothered, but I'm trigger warning anyway.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I don't know. Is there like a real life example of victims saying they don't care if the attacker kept working in like a very visible industry? Or is it 100% hypothetic, never happened? Because I never heard of.
I don't know if it's ever happened.
It's like I can think of a different story about a man that raped a little girl and eventually married her. And she was okay. Like, she wasn't okay, but she was like marrying him. And so it's like, should we bring it up if the victim herself? I don't know, man. It's so disgusting to think about.
Okay, Louis K is accused by 5 women of sexual misconduct. Being contacted for an interview. Neither Louis C.K. or Mr. K.
Again, maybe I'm just a fucking plain old. I mean, we would have. Everybody on the Discord could fucking verify this before Lundy and fucking Goat just deleted everything yesterday. Against my reservations.
Almost nothing got deleted.
About what? What did you do? Mm-hmm. Matt, what did you say?
Oh, they all fucking they deleted a bunch of like the not used very much rooms in the Discord, and they deleted the kink room.
Oh,
okay. I was not in favor of that.
Agatha still has one. If you like, really,
we deleted the kink room because like it was literally just there was nothing new there.
Yeah, no.
But yeah,
I didn't
maybe it's
particularly hard against it, but
it's because Tumblr got down, I think.
I'm fairly plain Jane vanilla, but like, man, just fucking porn. Why do you got prostitutes, Louis C.K.? Like, you're rich. And even before, like Jim Norton fucking hired prostitute. Like
Yeah, and he wasn't even
like
rich.
Eddie Murphy. Yeah, like so many people. Like, are you too good for prostitutes, Louis
No, I
C.K.?
believe
Is
him.
that it?
I believe him when he say that he like. It's just that he didn't think. I, d- I don't know. But the thing is, he seemed so smart and so observant about human nature. That's the dissonance. Like, how could you? Like, he was talking about like how he has disgusting sexual thoughts and how he feel like a pervert and and like you are like yes he gets it's an insight to the shame in all of us and then he's like no he meant it. He meant everything.
Okay, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm reading through the article. I'm kind of skimming it a bit because I'm trying to like read through the whole
yeah,
thing.
it's super long.
And
I'm sorry, I didn't remember it
You
being
know
this
what?
long.
The one thing.
the only thing that I see here, like, okay, so as far as like their understanding, like his apology and whether or not they accept it and whatnot, Schachner, I think is her name.
Mhm.
Apparently, when he first apologized to her, she accepted it and told him that she forgave him. But it also prevented her from pursuing comedy because it just kind of like took the winds out of her sails to go through the whole ordeal in the first place. And then she was a little bothered by the fact that like several years later, he completely and totally misremembered the incident, and potentially put some of the blame on her and change the story around, leading her to believe that he probably had done it since then, since he doesn't seem to understand what he did wrong. And they feel compelled to speak.
Okay, that's one lady. Out of 5.
I don't know what the others say about whether or not he
That's
should.
20% for you math people out there.
I don't know what the others are saying as far as whether or not they forgive him or he should pursue or anything like that. So,
I mean, it's really.
and I understand that it really shouldn't be like okay, I'm gonna throw a bone here because it really shouldn't be up to them. Like we shouldn't like if you like if you're the victim of a thing, we generally don't have you determine what the punishment is going to be for a variety of reasons.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's and you know, for one, you're biased, and for two, you know, it might not be sufficient. Like you're just not the person who should be making that decision for many reasons.
Would it have made it any better if he went away for like a few years?
I mean, he went away for like he went on vacation for like a year, and then he just decided he's going to come back and do comedy. Like, and the thing is, like, there is no hard line. It really is up to each individual person to determine what exactly they feel about this, about how exactly they feel about this, because you know. There's a valid argument to be made by the fact that if he's out there and he's doing comic and he's in public, then these women are going to see him again.
You know, that's what that shithead Andrew Dice Clay did, and it fucking worked for his shockingly low talent. Why am I saying shockingly? Like, everybody knows, like, Andrew Dice Clay had like very little talent.
I'm gonna be right back.
Okay.
Because I have to change my batteries.
Hickory dickory dock, I do nursery rhymes about my cock. Fucking. I hate fucking Andrew. Like, if there's one comedian I truly fucking can't stand in the fucking least, it's Andrew Dice Clay. I hate his whole fucking like, oh, look at me, I'm playing a character. Oh. But yeah, Louis probably should have went away for more. Like 2 years, maybe.
No, but the thing is, it's like Louis C.K., but he's not in a vacuum. Roman Polanski is now suing the Oscars for not, I don't know for what. And
it pisses me off so much. That's why I like all the people who are like, if Sweden ever got Edward Snowden, like they would extradite him to the U.S. It's like they're not going to extradite. Assange. Like,
Yeah.
they have Roman Polanski there, and he's convicted, and he's guilty as fucking the day is long. And you know what? To be fair, Tia, thinking about it with the Roman Polanski going back earlier, he is an actual real world case of like the victim has, like, at least in recent years, said like, yeah, he should be allowed to work and he should be allowed to come back to the United States because, like, fuck it, like, he's fucking like 3 days away from fucking death.
Yeah, but that's also something about you. Like, I mean, American people as a society. Not
To be
just
fair, I don't agree with that. I'm like, you know what? The day he fucking dies, I hope they ship his body back to the U.S. and just bury him in a prison. Just be like, fuck you, Roman.
Roman.
This is what we're
Sorry,
doing.
I missed something. When I went away to.
We're talking about Roman Polanski.
I said Roman Polanski is suing the Oscars.
Like
suing
that shit legitimately pisses me off because it's
the
like,
Actors
look,
Guild or something.
Look, Europe, I get you have a lot of problems with the American justice system. Like, I have a lot of problems with the American justice system, but like, come the fuck on. Like, why are you letting Roman Polanski roam around? Like, this isn't fucking cool. Like, he raped a fucking 12-year-old, like, very violently.
No, but what I was starting to say is Roman Polanski is suing Kevin Spacey. I heard something about him, like,
yeah, he's suing
back.
Netflix for breach of fucking contract.
Who, Kevin Spacey?
Yeah.
Like
because of being fired from House of Cards.
House of Cards, yes. And like, what is his name? Mel Gibson is doing now a new movie. I saw it on Twitter like today, and it's like Johnny Depp is doing a new movie. Like, it's
although
not
that's like reversed now, because apparently his wife is also a creep. So like, they're both awful apparently.
Yeah, I still don't want to see his stupid face.
I'll be honest, I don't either. Like, Johnny Depp hasn't been in it.
I used to have a poster in my room as a teenager. I had a poster of Jack Sparrow in my room, and
it
now
does make me really sad because one of my favorite movies of all time is Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, and he's a big part of that fucking movie.
Yeah, he's a good actor. I don't know. It's also disgusting. Like, the word is ugly. I'm tired. It's
just like
almost
no one.
one. Yes, exactly. And you won't be disappointed. Oh, just women, but
just care about what content is created. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but then you
kind of want content in a void.
But then you lose you really lose the emotional connection if you don't care at all about like celebrities. That's how I felt.
Yeah, true. Like, that's part of the reason why I love the dumb Marvel movies.
So far, okay, Hawkeye is kind of problematic, and Mark Ruffalo said something very stupid about Israel, but he's like from
also
the left
Chris
side.
Pratt. Don't forget about Chris Pratt.
I forgot about Chris Pratt. What did he do?
He goes to a homophobic church and he has some very questionable views about the gays.
Yes.
Or as he likes to say, the gay lifestyle.
Yeah. Ellen Page
I was kind of worried that something like that was going to happen when he got a fucking award and he was just like, I'd just like to take a few moments to talk about God while I'm accepting this reward. And I'm like, shit.
He helped me put down the hamburgers and filled that void in my stomach with Jesus.
Yeah, I literally forgot about it. Yeah, I saw Ellen Page talking about it.
But you know what? Chris Evans is perfect, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, but like Jenny Slate broke up with him because he was too famous. And it breaks my heart.
I wonder if that's the big reason he wants to stop being Captain America. Is like,
yeah, not specifically.
Oh my god, I'm actually turning into Captain America.
Yeah, not specifically Jenny Slate, but I guess he can't like get out of the door of his house without people taking pictures of him. And I'm anxious just to think about it.
He can't even wear a beard to disguise himself. They ruined that in Infinity War.
Yeah.
Because we know what he looks like with a beard, and he's still beautiful.
Oh no, if Chris Hemsworth gets fat now, it won't help him.
Yeah, exactly. Chris Hemsworth can't look like a slob to go out.
Yeah, they ruined being fat and beardy for him.
Do you think Chris Hemsworth ever pretends to be one of his brothers so people don't harass him?
No, because they look
It's like,
enough.
oh no, I'm not Chris Hemsworth. I'm Liam Hemsworth. It's like, oh,
He's gonna be he's gonna be Miley Cyrus's brother-in-law.
Is he?
If she marries Liam and she's engaged to Liam, they were engaged once before, and
he's
Bronson.
engaged to the second best Hemsworth, and honestly, that's pretty good for Miley Cyrus, if I'm being completely honest.
My
I
mother
forgot the third. Who's the third Hemsworth? I can't remember.
from Westworld, the security guard.
I've always, even when Miley was has hit her prime, my opinion was that Billy Ray was always hotter. In my opinion. I think her dad is fucking just such a goddamn daddy.
Adil.
Well, I just learned something about you today, Lundy.
What did you learn, Matt?
What didn't expect that. I mean, look. I know. Well, I can't say that because you're simulcasting on Twitch, and you've put these shackles on me too.
Okay, it's good that you can say anything homophobic now. That for
I mean, it is, but
the terms of service are forcing Matt to be a better person.
Look, I knew Lundy was part of the gay lifestyle, as it were. It's just I didn't see him being like, "Ooh, Billy Ray Cyrus, that's my type."
I'm sorry, he's just always had that interest. Maybe it's because I was raised in a rural area. I just have a thing.
Is it like how I like white trash girls?
It might be.
You you're into white trash stepdads?
I guess it might be that because I was raised in a very rural area, so I don't know. I just something about the sort of cowboy aesthetic is really nice. I have the same opinion about
it sounds familiar.
Rural girls too. So
post at me and post something in the Discord of theirs.
Of what?
Faith is asking me if I've heard of an artist called Akira the Don. Oh yeah, speaking of artist stuff, Lundy. I know I already know the answer, and I don't know why I'm fucking asking this, but where are you in the My Hero Academia manga? you bitch.
What's going on?
I don't want to answer. It's just gonna make him angrier.
Give me an answer.
He didn't start it.
No, it's not that.
You haven't read any of it since 3 years ago, have you?
Well, a year ago, yeah.
Yeah, you're missing some crazy shit, Lundy.
I believe you.
Shit is hitting the fan big time.
I just didn't want to answer. I have not advanced since the last.
At this point, I'm not mad at you. I'm just more disappointed. Just I gotta wait until fucking June to talk about fucking Overhaul with you because you refuse to even catch up on the fucking material that's gonna be in season 3. That's the part that hurts, Lundy.
That's the part that hurts.
You know how much I want to talk to you about the Overhaul versus Deku fight.
I mean, I do know the Overhaul versus Deku fight. I know that. I got past that bit.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
How great was that fucking fight? Also, I'm sad Sir Night.
Landy, how great was the fight?
I mean, it was fucking amazing. I mean,
I
Deku
think he
fucking, like using his goddamn wits. Look, it basically gave us an idea of what it's like when Deku doesn't have to fucking hold back, and that was like super fucking cool to watch.
You know, it's funny, Lundy, knowing what I know since I have been actively reading the manga. You have no fucking clue.
Yeah, because actually,
because
because All For One actually has like a secondary thing where he not only gets the powers of All Might, but he gets the powers of literally all the other fucking people who held All
secondary thing. Try like secondary through 7th thing.
So he has a souped up version of all of theirs as well.
He's basically the fucking Avatar now.
Yeah. I don't know what all of the abilities that he has are though. Why won't this turn green?
You know what, Lundy, I'm gonna give you this little cherry. Shigaraki in the latest chapter got his fucking upgrade, and it's like, oh, he's gotta die now. There's no way this motherfucker can live anymore.
Why?
Lundy, you hit the switch already.
He doesn't have to touch people now.
Loud.
What was that, Matt?
He doesn't have to touch people now to fucking rot them.
Oh no. What does he have to do? Just look at them?
He can just fucking emit like a fucking aura of fucking rot.
Yikes.
Also, Toga can fucking take people's powers now when she drinks their blood.
Oh, she can copy powers now.
Yeah. And she used Oraka's power at her full extent, and like, boy, Oraka's power is fucking crazy.
I mean, she controls gravity. How is that? Like, obviously, it's crazy. And then, does Uraraka now not have to touch things in order to?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Everybody's powers are fucking getting crazy.
Everybody's powers are getting more and more fucking nutty. They were already sort of like hinting towards something like that before too. Because remember when fucking Bakugo and fucking other people had to like babysit a bunch of like fucking kindergartners to prove that they deserve their hero's license and all that shit. And fucking they found out that the fucking kindergartners should actually have like stronger powers than they did at their age. And apparently this is something that's been happening in like every fucking generation.
Yeah.
So I kind of already saw this coming. Like everyone is kind of like worried about the fact that powers just in general are just getting.
I mean, that is why like the new villains have popped up.
Are the new villains trying to like make everything go under control?
They're basically like, everybody has a loaded gun in this society, and we need to make sure people know that.
I do know. Okay, so I do know, but I haven't read through the part where there's apparently a company that's involved in some sort of like fucking like insurrection revolution thing going on where people are like, we need to remove the limitations inflicted upon us by the government.
Yep.
Work users.
Destro, the I want to say it's the Meta Liberation Front or something like that. I think Focus Lab, because we're talking about my hero.
He's muted.
Then again, this is gonna be like season 7 shit. I can't wait until they do fucking Hawk. Can't wait until. Do you know about Hawk at least, Lundy?
Hawk?
Yeah, the Endeavor fanboy.
Kind of. Remind me. The name definitely sounds familiar. Isn't he the number 2 hero dude now?
He's the bird guy.
Yeah.
He's the number 2. He's the new number 2 after Endeavor. And he's an actual Endeavor fanboy, like Deku is for All Might. And it's great.
Apparently, fucking Bird Boy, fucking Fumikage, he was like super annoyed when he interned under him because he's like, yeah, about like 20% of the reason I chose you as an intern is just because you're a bird, and I thought that would be cool.
Spoiler alert, he does get a sweet sword out of it. He hasn't used it yet, which is really annoying me because it's like, oh, I feel like Homer Simpson when the fucking mob was fighting the Yakuza. It's like he's gonna do something really cool with that sword. But you know what's fun, Lundy? With the new chapter, basically, you know who the Liberation Front's gonna be facing mainly? It's not the heroes. It's gonna be the villains.
Sorry, who's going to be fighting the villains?
It's gonna be fucking Shigaraki versus like the Liberation Front, because Shigaraki's like, fuck off, you're muscling in on my territory.
To be fair, he's been doing that since they introduced more fucking villains.
Yeah, but unlike with Overhaul, like he's taken an actual more like take no prisoners, just immediately bust in and be like, I'm just gonna kill all of you.
I mean, didn't he? Yeah, because he fucked over Overhaul. Like as soon as Overhaul got beat, he came over. He's like, I'm just gonna make sure that you're not gonna be a problem anymore, and I'm gonna make sure you suffer for it too.
Also, he still has like he still has a couple of more of those bullets.
Yeah, I'm wondering who he's gonna use them on, because those are fucking literal Chekhov's guns.
Yeah. I think he has at least like 5 bullets left. Because I think they gave him a full set of 6.
And he used one on Overhaul.
Yeah. Because fuck you. Like, of course he is.
You have to admit, though, Overhaul's power is probably the most OP of, like, everyone that we've seen.
I feel bad for Magne.
Yeah.
That probably
Matt didn't even do anything wrong. He just put his hand on his shoulder like, listen, buddy. And then fucking Overhaul's just like, mortal, you dare to touch me? Poor Magne.
And he had a cool power.
Yeah. Attraction. Literal attraction.
And the whole like, oh, women are like south and males are north.
That was a fucking weird ass power.
Yeah, it's a fun power, and it's like, man, he was. Why couldn't it have been like. Shit, I don't know who else I would kill. Like, a lot of the villains have fun ass powers. I can't think of anybody. You know what? Magne is the one.
Have they figured out who the fuck the spy at the school is yet?
No.
Jesus fucking Christ, it's never gonna be fucking solved.
My thing is, like, at this point, I'm like, I'm willing to bet this is going to be a joke. And, like, there was no spy.
I think you're saying that out of wishful thinking because you just don't want any of the characters to break your heart.
Well, at this point, it's like, I don't know who could be the fucking spy narratively. Like, all of the ones that I thought would make sense have been explained away. Where it's like, if they were really the fucking, like, spy, they wouldn't have done this. Like, Belly Button Boy, you know?
Shit. Giant Spider Woman.
Unless it's going to be just somebody from, like, Class B. That's my...
That you just don't even know about. What if it's one of the instructors?
I don't know which instructor it could be. Present Mike, maybe? Nah, he's a loudmouth. He'd never be able to keep the fucking secret. Oh, Agent Blackfire. Sargon, he got attempted milkshake, and then he was fished.
I like the verb fished.
I like the fishes. I like the act of fishing.
I think Sargon has a fetish now for like just hitching his wagon to fucking trains that are about to fucking fall off of cliffs. Clumsy metaphor aside, I think everybody gets what I'm going at.
Yeah, like a humiliation thing.
Yeah, like everything.
You gotta.
'Cause I don't-
There's got to be something like that going on because who the fuck thinks? You know what? I'm getting kind of the shit kicked out of me by the media right now for my fucking past rape comments, and I'm kind of doubling down on that stuff. The best thing I could probably do right now is.
And I am the de facto face of
Milo
UKIP
Yiannopoulos.
now.
The face of what?
The de facto face of UKIP because everybody else fucking left. So it's like it's Sargon and then a bunch of people who are even less important than Sargon.
Yeah, I remember seeing Nigel Farage throwing him under the bus.
Yeah, it was meant to be a joke.
Because he's
Because
gonna
it was
attack from every
brilliant.
side.
Yeah, but it had like the bus. You know what? Never mind.
Yeah, Farage is an idiot.
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
had a bus, like for Brexit. Never mind.
Was it? I thought that was Boris Johnson who had the Brexit bus.
They were friends. But yeah, yeah, I saw that. Like, oh, how disgusting! I can't even imagine how would anyone would be that disgusting.
It's
That's my British accent.
what British accent is this?
Hmm?
Chips and fish.
Matt, Jesus fucking Christ.
Tally ho. Oh, very good.
Yeah, but like Farage was shocked and appalled by how a person can say something like, "I wouldn't rape her."
Wouldn't even. Very important to include that bit.
Yeah. So yeah, like he said he admired Trump, who
Yeah.
said the exact same thing, but okay. But Sargon doesn't have any power whatsoever, but he acts like those who do, and that's the
Yeah,
fact.
he has
That's
nothing
why
to
we
lose
love
by like turning his back on Sargon. So
Yeah.
Yeah, if anything, he can only gain, really.
Yeah.
Or just stay neutral.
Like, did they prefer the fish in advance? Like an egg, I understand because it's contained, but fishes are.
Yeah, that was weird.
I mean, they were like little. I mean, they were fairly big. It's like 3 or 4 fish in the handful.
But then your hands are all slimy.
I mean, it's worth it to fucking get Sargon with a
Yeah,
face
of
full
course,
of fish.
it was worth it. Yes, if anything is worth in the world, that was it. It was beautiful. It was poetry.
See, this is my hope. Is just like, just keep attacking like these dipshits with food.
I don't know. This is so weird.
So, Lundy, you still doing bad?
I think I've almost beat the game.
He did almost beat it.
Oh, okay.
Though I guess so basically not for much longer.
Do you know the people that are watching you play? I didn't know it was a heavy question. I'm sorry. You don't have to answer
I
it.
just finished. I just finished the game.
Oh.
I also just finished.
Oh,
Lundy.
the dude who I watch, who's making a shipping container house. He uploaded a new episode about an above ground septic system. I'm gonna watch that later.
Ew.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I just find like shipping container houses really. It's like tickled my autism fancy like recently.
All right. I have finished Ultimate Doom.
Awesome.
Fucking hell.
What percent?
I don't know.
You don't have percentages.
He
It's
got
so
none
old.
of the secret levels.
This
Yeah,
is so old.
I
It
did-
doesn't
You
count.
didn't finish shit. Do it again.
The secret levels make it easier, Matt. Fuck you.
Do it again. Do it right.
No.
100%.
Let me
Matt,
know.
if you would like me to,
Lines Nosferatu without the presentables trait. Oh God, I've never
Oh, shit,
done
I accidentally clicked on Skype.
grade.
gonna
Never.
Matt,
robot.
if you would like to,
I
play
already
Doom.
own Doom.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you want to buy me Forager, I'd be fine with that.
I don't have money.
Okay. It's worth a shot. I spent the rest of my Steam money on fucking dumb trading cards to make the dumb badges.
No. You are a fashion victim.
I don't know why I make the again. It's like it's just like a shiny, and it's like ooh.
I've done Toreador, now doing Tremere. You don't play Vampire the Masquerade's Bloodline without playing fucking Malkavian. I'm sorry. Malkavian is the only correct way to play through that game.
Oh, you should do fucking Fallout 3, Lundy.
Fallout 3. Why?
Oh,
I know you got a big ass fucking list of fucking shit to do, but like Fallout 3 works on my fucking garbage ass computer. It could probably work on yours.
Yeah. I can definitely do Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 3. Like I can do fucking Fallout 4 on this.
I didn't say Fallout New Vegas.
I know.
You
You
do
want me
3.
to
You
do
do the bad one first, and then
Yeah.
you can do the good one.
I
You want me to do the
I
shit?
just started New Vegas. Like I'm at the very start.
New Vegas is definitely better than 3 by like a large margin.
I finished 3 like I'd never finished it, but I played it till the very last thing and then got angry. I don't remember
It's
why.
okay, Lundy. Oh, I think I know why. It's because of the dumb choice at the end of the game.
At the tank.
Yeah,
The
where
tank thing.
where basically like, oh, you have to die, or this other character has to die, even if you have like a companion who's like immune to radiation. Because we didn't think about that.
You're a super mutant. Can't you go in and do it? No. Okay. Well.
I believe in destiny now, even though that's kind of contradictory towards my character fucking progression up until this point. Or Sharon, where it's like, Sharon, I own you.
Hey,
I literally own you, Sharon. Like, I bought you. I have a contract.
that's impolite, man.
Look,
No,
Sharon's cool with it,
a mercenary. You buy his contract.
and he won't go in there. It's like, just turn the switch, and he's like, you didn't buy my contract for this. And it's like, dude, it's just literally going into another. I can see you the entire time.
Base God fam. 3 is way better than New Vegas. Are you out of your fucking mind? Literally everything about New Vegas is better than 3. New Vegas
know
did
what?
everything that 3 tried to do better.
No spoilers. I just started it.
Yeah.
for
Three's
New
really
Vegas.
I can't
Three.
fully have this argument right now since I can't do fucking spoilers, but guess what? 3
You know what?
fucking inferior.
I will go
Inferior.
to play.
Listen, if you look at 3 and New Vegas, what you're looking at is like fucking Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, you know what?
The first
Landy,
edition,
Yeah, how
Landy,
far-
Landy. Matt, I'm going
How
to sleep.
far into this?
Good
Okay.
night.
fucking like Pathfinder.
Good night.
Like,
Okay, now we can't spoil fucking New Vegas.
All right, level design is much better. You're out of your fucking mind. The only thing that Fallout 3 did, as far as level design, that actually was like in any way good, was when you were actually trapped in the fucking base at the end of the goddamn game, and you fucking go through the base, and you go underneath the grates, and you see that people have been dropping their goddamn silverware in there. It's the only thing with bit of like world building that the fucking thing did. Shut the fuck up, Matt. It's the only little bit of like world building that the fucking place did. Sure, they did a little bit of stuff as far as the vaults are concerned, but the vaults in fucking New Vegas are way better. Everything that Fallout 3 tried to do, Vegas did better.
You know what?
Story is garbage in both. Story is garbage in both. You're out of your fucking mind.
You know what? I'm gonna say this.
Fucking
I'm gonna
villains
say this real
New
quickly.
Vegas, way more fucking engaging. The fucking Legion, way more fucking engaging. Way better than the stupid Enclave pieces of shit in 3. The Enclave made no fucking sense. In fact, you just go to their leader and you're just like, hey, blow yourself up. And he fucking does. Like you just, are you out of your fucking mind?
Also, 4 is better than 3.
World building is the same as level design. Listen, world building is a part of level design. If you don't fucking world build while you're doing
Gonna fight me on that. Okay.
Sorry, what, Matt?
I was saying 4 is better than 3.
4 is better than 3, yeah.
I will say this: 4 does one thing better than New Vegas, in my opinion. The companion storylines.
Like, yeah, and the companion storylines in New Vegas are even better than are way better than the ones in fucking 3.
Oh yeah, they're better than 3. But if I'm ranking companion storylines, 4's got the best.
Yeah,
fucking
4 decided to be a little bit more intricate than the rest of them. I will grant that 4 has more intricate storylines that are a little bit better.
Oh, you Lundy, you know, like when I first started playing 4, how pissed
also,
I was.
Base God, you're so out of your mind. Not only is 4 better than New Vegas, but 3 is better than both. You're just
3 is not better than 4. 4 is worse than New Vegas. I'll fucking take that bullet. Although, like again, like I said, 4 in a lot of ways, in my opinion, 4 is a step in the right direction. It's a step back in a lot of fucking directions, if I'm being completely honest. But at the same time, it's like, you know what? The gunplay is better in 4. If it's more fun to play 4 than it is 3. 3 is a fucking slog. To be fair, New Vegas is also kind of a slog because it's using the fucking shitty Fallout 3 engine. But at the same time, like, there's an interesting story, so I'm willing to fucking sit through the bullshit. You know?
Like, I don't know why Base God Fan was over here trying to be like, no. Fallout 3 is actually way better than both for New Vegas and 4. Fallout 3 is shit. It is shit.
I don't think it's shit. It's like, I mean, maybe comparatively to like what it could be. Yeah, it is probably shit.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, there are actual games out there that are like actual shit. Like you pick it up and you play it and you're like, I can't even play this game.
You know what I think a good comparison with like the Fallout series under Bethesda is? It's like the Fable games. They're playable.
Better than any of the Elder Scrolls games? Yeah, well, that's not fucking hard. The Elder Scrolls games suck.
Yeah, I fucking.
The only way to make Morrowind playable anymore is
that's the one thing I wish I didn't lose.
Mods. Literally every Elder Scrolls game is like mods the game. Like you have to fucking install mods in order for them to be playable and enjoyable.
I wish I didn't lose my hard drive that had those videos on it, because like there's like 50 episodes of me playing Skyrim, and it's just fucking nonstop bitching the entire fucking time. I fucking hate Skyrim so fucking much.
Why does everybody in Skyrim have to look like they just got done rolling around in fucking dirt?
Why does everything look like it's carved out of fucking Play-Doh?
Why are
ground?
dragons random encounters that don't that like fucking listen? If you want to do dragon fights, fine. If you want to make them epic, fine. But the moment that you start throwing me dragons like every fucking like 5 steps, guess what? They're not fun anymore. They're just annoying.
Why can't I climb A motherfucking mountain.
Yeah, why are there invisible fucking walls preventing me from climbing up a stupid fucking
I'm a
mountain?
goddamn dragonborn. I am a hero of legends. I'm basically a fucking goddamn demigod. I should be able to climb over a fucking mountain.
Dragon Age Origins is awesome, of course. Yeah, Dragon Age Origins is like really fucking good. Dragon Age 2 sucked. I mean,
Also,
they
why is
invest,
the Civil
I feel like
War
Dragon
so
Age 2
fucking...
tried to capitalize on the wrong thing. I think the companions in Dragon Age Origins were just fine the way they were. You didn't need to like fucking overindulge in going way further with the companions in 2.
Also, Lundy, you know what's more annoying in Skyrim than the fucking dragons?
What?
Is those fucking stupid fucking vampire attacks.
Oh yeah, when you install the fucking the DLC for the vampires.
Like, I can't tell you how much time I've wasted playing fucking Skyrim, going, like, coming back to a town and being like, fucking vampires, and then, like, traveling to 3 other fucking towns to find the one town that's not being attacked by fucking vampires.
I'm gonna change the channel. Not channel. I'm gonna change because it is already past 6 here, so I'm not moving on to Doom 2 today. It's just not happening.
Yeah.
Guys, I need to do D&D talk and chat, and we're gonna change to just chatting.
Ooh, I can plot with you.
I don't trust you.
Come on, I'm not gonna. I can't kill your players because ultimately you have the final say. Throw Dobu at them. Come on.
I am gonna throw Dobu at him.
Okay, good.
I was actually telling a story about Mr. Mutant, in Mr. Mutan's Discord, because like I don't know if you know this, Matt, but the Gnomes, Tomes, and Catacombs thing that they've been doing on Wednesdays, Mr. Mutant and Destiny and Lily and fucking Devin Nash and Koibu, that game's over now. It's just done. And the main reason is because Mr. Mutant and Destiny kept getting into fucking fights like over and over and over again. Not just in character, but out of character as well. Like they would spend like fucking like a half hour in session just arguing with each other.
I mean, that will happen. Like, we know this.
Yeah.
God, do we know this? Dixie, Stratus.
Yeah, you've had some fucking you've had some interesting encounters as far as that shit's concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah, back to the channel.
What the fuck are you fussing at? She stopped.
But yeah, you've definitely you have like a bajillion fucking stories about D&D and fighting and shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so I caught up on Gnomes, Tomes, and Catacombs and I figured out what the fuck happened. So here's the basic rundown of what caused that campaign to fall apart. So originally, Newton had a character named Chad Barbo, who was the Chad of the Barbarians, of the Barbo clan. And Destiny had a character named Locke, who was like lawful. I don't know if he was lawful good. I think he was chaotic good. He was like a chaotic good fighter. And Chad died early because he was like murdered by another party member who was played by Disguised Toast. And then a bunch of fucking like shit happened, and Disguised Toast is like, I don't need the stress that everybody is like pissed at me for this. Like, so I'm just gonna go ahead and bow out. I'll do a different game with somebody else at some other time. So then Disguised Toast left. So fucking Mutant made a new character named Captain Barbo, the brother of Chad Barbo, who is a pirate. And so they kept going with Captain Barbo and Locke, and Lily's character, I can't remember her first character's name, and Devin Nash's character, and then they kept going. And then eventually it came to, so the dynamic between Mutant and Destiny was that Mutan's character was like really shitty, like he was kind of like an asshole. Midori and Gerald, yes. So he was a bit of an asshole, and he would like just do things that were like kind of evil. And Locke was supposed to basically just like be there to like stop him from going overboard. And so they would fight all the fucking time. They would argue about shit all the fucking time. And eventually it got to the point where Destiny was like, listen, it's just not a good idea for us to like spend like a half hour during every fucking game of us arguing because you're trying to do something evil and I'm sitting here trying
All
to...
right, sorry, Lundy. I had to walk away.
Son of a bitch.
So I
Where did you
literally
leave
heard
off at? 'Cause I'm re-explaining all of this to you.
none of it.
You heard none of it. Okay. So back to the beginning. Mooten started off making a character named Chad Barbo, the Chad of the Barbo clan.
These are good mozzarella sticks.
And Destiny made a character named Locke, who was chaotic good and a fighter. And Chad Barbo got killed by Disguised Toast's character, who was like a gnome monk. And Disguised Toast got a lot of shit from the fucking community for it. And so he was like, I don't need this shit. I don't need the stress. I'm out. And he left. So it was just Mooten, Destiny, Lily, and Devin Nash.
What was the reason Chad got killed?
It was basically just a murder on Disguised Toast's part because they didn't get along. And he saw a prime opportunity to just sort of like fake a medicine check
because already that's like red flag number one.
Like Chad was basically like knocked out, and fucking Disguised Toast character had already done a medicine check and saved somebody before, so he's like, oh, I'll do a medicine check, but he like intentionally didn't actually like try to treat Chad. He like killed him instead. And Disguised Toast character was an evil character. Everyone knew this ahead of time. And so Disguised Toast got a lot of shit from the community for it. And he's like, I don't need the stress. I'm gone. So now it's just like Lily, Devin, Nash, Destiny, and Mooten. And Mooten re-rolls a character and makes Captain Barbo, the brother of Chad Barbo, who is a pirate. And Captain Barbo is much more evil than Chad Barbo. And he continuously tries to do things that push the boundaries of what's ethical. And Locke, being a chaotic good fighter, kept getting into arguments with him over and over and over again for many episodes. This would keep happening. They would hold up the fucking whole goddamn session for like a half hour of them just like arguing about shit. So Destiny's like, listen, this isn't good for the show. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna kill off Locke. Locke's gonna die, and then I'm gonna make a new character who's gonna be a lot more agreeable and just run with what the party does. And that's what he did. So he came back with a new character, and it worked all right at first, but then episode 19 comes around, and they're on a pirate ship, and one of the pirates is like talking shit to Captain Barbo, and Captain Barbo's like, I don't appreciate you insulting me, little man. And so he just orders everybody to just kill all the pirates on the ship and just murder them. The pirates surrender pretty quickly, but fucking Captain Barbo's like, nah, you're all gotta die, including the kids.
Not the young ones.
Yeah, even the young ones. And Destiny's character is like, all right, I'm the one who's agreeable now. I'm just gonna run with this. And then he kills one of the kids who's on the ship. And then Captain Barbo's like, wait a minute, that was a little bit too much. And fucking so Destiny's like, are you
motherfucker, please? I'll be honest, I was kind of on, because like, okay, what happened to Mooten at first sucked, right?
Yeah.
I'm with him there. But then it's like, you're taking it out on people who didn't do it to you. That's a dick move.
So Captain Barbo and Destiny's new character got into a fucking fight in the water, and Captain Barbo kills Destiny's new character. And so everyone at the end is just like fucking stressed out. Like Lily and Devin Nash had already made new characters at this point. Lily had completed a story thing for her old character, and that character basically had to go.
See, this is why if you have an evil character in your party, you gotta plan this shit out better.
Yeah, I feel like if you make an evil character, everybody's got to be evil, and they got to be on the same fucking page.
Or you gotta have a damn good fucking story plan for the character.
Yeah, like it's because and the problem is like nobody really knows how to fucking play those characters well. Like they don't. No. And afterwards,
I played one time well, And every other time I played an evil character, I fucked it up.
I mean, yeah, in such a way, like you can play when I say play an evil character well, I mean like it doesn't derail the campaign or cause the party to have to fight each other.
That's why I wanted to play Kingmaker again so badly, because it's like that was the one time I played an evil character.
Yeah, because you wanted to be a spy master.
Yeah, and I was a damn fine spy master.
So Koibu sort of like ends that session by being like, I don't think we can continue this particular campaign anymore. Let's all talk about this later. And Devin's like, well, I have a post D&D talk. Let's fucking talk about it there. So they go over to Devin's channel, and Devin's like streaming, and they're talking about it, and they're and most of them are like, Mooten, what the fuck? You were saying that we had to kill everybody, and then like all of a sudden, like, oh, he killed one of the kids. That's too far. Like we're already murdering people who surrendered. It is what it is. I keep telling everyone on some do, but not us. I keep on telling everyone they should move on, but some do and not us. I don't know what you're referencing. It is what it is. 101. But yeah, everybody was like kind of annoyed with Mooten, and Mooten's like, look, this is kind of how I see it. When Locke was in the party, Captain Barbo was evil, but like he had Locke there as sort of like his conscience that would keep him from going like overboard. And then Locke left, and he kind of went like more evil, sort of as a way to compensate, I guess.
Oh god, this is like Dobu.
But when Destiny's new character killed a kid, that was like the one thing that Captain Barbo did not want to like change about him.
You know what? I see where Moon fucked up here, Lundy. He didn't go full Dobu.
No, he didn't go full Dobu.
Like he pulled the brakes at like half Dobu, and it's like you don't do that. Like once you start going Dobu, you committed.
Or otherwise, it's gonna confuse everybody.
Yeah, and you're gonna make a fucking choice like this.
So that's basically what happened. And now and Devin's like annoyed because he doesn't want to play in a campaign with evil people, because it's just not the way he likes to play, especially evil people who constantly engage in PvP combat and shit, and people who
I think that's like the big thing with me with evil that I never cross the line with. I don't like PvPing.
Mm-hmm. Though you're always ready to do so.
Exactly, because like, look, if you're playing an evil character, you have to be ready to PvP at the very least.
So yeah, Devin's not a huge fan of it. Lily was not a huge fan of it. So they're ending that campaign. I don't know if they're going to be doing a new one or what. It's probably not going to be the same people. I don't know what their plans are from there, but like that's all that was basically broadcasted. And after that whole discussion ended, Devin was on his stream and he's just like, I don't know if I want to continue doing this campaign. And then like he's like, if I don't give an answer now, my chat's gonna be fucking going nuts until I do. So I'm gonna go ahead and step away from this campaign. And Koibu told him it was a good thing. It was a good thing that he was doing that.
I mean, that's the thing. Sometimes you gotta like just, you know.
Do I have space on roll for content? No, I don't. There's already 5 players, and
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get me some pizza.
And who is playing is not up to me on roll for content. I'm not the one in charge of that shit. That's a Mooten thing, and it's mostly just for streamers. I think I'm pretty sure that's the point. And I don't think Devin Nash would want to play in that game either. It's too memey. Now, granted, he did start off playing basically a bard that never stops rhyming, but I don't think that would be the flavor of world that he's looking for. Also, I know vaping is bad for me, but it's better than smoking. So, can you be on voice? Yeah, you can be on voice, JJ. I'm doing a hangout. I'm kind of like dual casting with Matt right now, so. Here, let me go ahead and like PM you the Discord link, not Discord link, Hangout link.
This is gonna get somebody else in here because I'm gonna literally be stuffing my face for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna send JJ the link. Linky dinky.
Isn't he already in there?
Yeah, he's in the Discord. But you know. I'll go ahead and whisper the link to you. It is in the Discord. Matt put it up, but There's the link. Just copy paste it. But yeah, I don't think Devin or Lily would be interested in the meme game, especially not Lily, especially with the way that all of them treat women in that game. Unless Lily would be willing to play a dude.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it hanging, guys?
What's going on, JJ?
Not much.
Good. This is really gooey pizza.
You're a little faint, JJ. Is there a way for you to turn your mic?
It's like a headphone mic. I can hold it closer to
I
my.
actually can't.
Yeah, that's actually better.
Okay, yeah.
One second. Because I can go into the control panel. Is that better?
That's good. Yeah, the group I was supposed to DM for canceled on me.
Oh, they canceled on you. That's unfortunate.
It's like, how do you say? We're all like, professionals and stuff. So like, and some of us got kids and shit. So like, that shit.
I mean, that's why I'm not doing D&D tonight. Fucking Dan's off doing a thing.
Yeah.
We're currently trying to do a different night because it's been too many Fridays where people are like, listen, it's Friday night. I want to go out. I want to do things. I want to drink. I want to do I don't want to D&D tonight. So we're gonna change the fucking night. So it's somewhere. It's another one that's a little bit more accommodating. I don't know what night yet. We were thinking Wednesday now that No Tomes and Catacombs is gone, but Trihex does a fucking podcast on Wednesday nights, so maybe not.
Well, he does the podcast like with Destiny, right? And he
No, he has another one. He has a speed running podcast that he does on Wednesday.
Okay, sorry. Okay, I don't. Yeah, I'm currently running a Storm King's Thunder from my longest running group. Have you guys run that module?
I run that module now.
It's like basically like a Northern Giant module. It's pretty cool.
Sounds
like
fun.
yeah, it's I don't know, how much Faerun do you guys run?
I mean, I'm completely familiar with Faerun, but I don't generally run modules from Faerun. I do utilize a lot of Faerun stuff in my worlds, though.
Yeah,
I actually haven't done modules for years. I would normally just like just slap a campaign together, make a world, get a setting idea together, and all that sort of shit.
Yeah, because Red Larch is a Faerun town, right?
Yes,
like,
yes, it is.
Is that Princess of the Apocalypse one?
I believe so. I just took it because I needed a starting town, and it was a nice starting town.
Yeah, I've only been DMing for like 7 months or something, so it's still a little like daunting to me to homebrew stuff, but like I'm getting the itch.
Yeah,
right
like
now,
once you start doing enough like DMing, you just have this need to like do more than just what the module has in store for you, because like it feels like you're on rails.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, and like, I don't know, like I feel like if I know the town, I can improv, or like if I know the world, then I can improv the world better. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Like right now, like I kind of need to know like the Faerun lore, and like I don't know it off by heart. Everything, every god, every deity, every.
Oh, you don't necessarily need to know absolutely everything.
Yeah,
that's the point of reference material. I mean, you're gonna have like the books on hand or like on your computer or whatever you use. So, like if you need, like I don't know everything about 5e. I'd have to double check some stuff. Sometimes I get rules wrong. Like it just happens, but it's not like a huge fucking deal. Like you don't have to have an encyclopedic knowledge of absolutely everything D&D in order to do it.
Yeah, it's just I still like hey, what god is this? And I'm like,
I make up gods half the fucking time.
Yeah. Yeah, I coddle my players way too much. That's something I have to work on. Like because all of my players are relatively new players, and I really like my players. Like they're good friends of mine outside of D&D and stuff. So like I don't want their characters to die.
Yeah,
it's
when I got started DMing years and years ago, actually this wasn't when I got started. This was a few years after that. I was talking to a dude that I was working with, and he was interested in playing D&D, but he was frustrated with the fact that the people that he currently ran with had that sort of like the characters really shouldn't die. These are player characters. We invested a lot in them. We care about them. Keep them safe, that sort of thing. And he actually was very dissatisfied with that because he felt like there was no stakes. And so I told him that I was willing to run something for him and his group. And I did. And he almost died basically first session. Like he just kept taking fucking damage from like things that were attacking him. And and when I talked to him afterwards, and I'm like, so how'd you like that? He's like, it felt good. Like I was actually at like 3 HP, and I felt like, oh god, he might actually die. This character might actually be gone for me, and that's something that increases interest. Now, granted, that's just him. Every player is different. Every player has different sensibilities and what they want from a game. So if it's a group of characters that don't mind essentially having plot armor, then like fine. But generally, in my experience, characters are a little players, I should say, are a little bit more interested in having something, I guess, more risk reward than that. I guess.
Yeah, my group's just like it's so sporadic that they all forget the rules. They all forget what their characters actually are, and then they become very much into the video game A must be B must be C type of thing, and then. Like, because we don't meet up so often, like, yeah, there's very little chance for them to start RPing very well, and it's fine. Like, I run those games perfectly fine, and they become very fun.
I mean, you've seen what happens with the fucking roll for content guys. Like, they forget how everything works all the time.
Yeah.
What's a hit die again? God damn it. This is the 5th time, Hassan.
Wait. Where do I have to go? Is that what do I press? Try hex.
Where are my skills again? We're 9 episodes in. How do you not know where your skills are? Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about, because I'm actually quite involved in like Hassan's community, to like make a Reddit post like cheat sheet for Hassan for roll for content. Like,
that would probably be good.
And then one of his mods can sticky that, because like, but like with his half orc half elf character, what ability increases did you choose? Is it just a normal half orc?
I gave him the half orc +2 to, I believe, strength, and I gave him the elven increase to intelligence.
All right. Because normally half orcs have a +1 to constitution as well, right?
Yes.
Normal half orcs, yeah.
Yes, normally. I just constructing that for him, like he threw me for a fucking loop when he was like, "Can I just be half of an elf and half of an orc? They're both halves." I'm like, I guess technically you can do that. I was talking to other people about that. I was like, I didn't know what to do, so I just kind of like made something up on the spot. And they're like, "Yeah, just tell them if you want to be a half orc, half elf, just be a human." It's basically the same thing.
What racial abilities did you give him? Because like half orcs.
Mostly the half orc abilities. That's why I asked him specifically, like who he felt, which of his parents he felt more in tune with, and he said the orc half. So I just gave him that. So he has like the appearance slightly of an elf, and he has like a bit more extra intelligence thanks to his elven heritage, but mostly that.
Yeah, he's just like a hot.
Yeah, he's like a hot orc.
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually saw some fan art that was drawn of his character too, and I thought that was fucking cool.
Yeah. I mean, like the memeing gets insane in roll for content. Like the meta of the Twitch meta that roll for content is really funny, but like it gets a lot, especially when that Trainwrecks
Tyler Rex.
Oh, is he a character in your world now? Did you actually make him a character?
Yes, he is a character in my world now. Tyler Rex is a character in my world now. I have actually started to watch Trainwrecks a little bit more, so I can start getting his mannerisms and voice down a little bit better, specifically just to do Tyler Rex.
Oh no.
I can't wait for them to meet Tyler Rex. It's gonna be fucking great. Also, I can't wait for them to actually go to Nullis, because it's literally a fascist state run by a military junta, and I'm just gonna it's gonna be fucking great.
Is it like a capitalist fascist state? Like
yeah,
Like there's slavery, there's like human trade and things like that.
Absolutely, everything, and they're gonna have justifications for it, and literally everybody in that state is gonna be so pro Nullis. Like they're not gonna find like a revolutionary group to team up with. Everyone's like, nah, this is awesome actually. Because the way it was before was just even worse. So everyone's like, this is an improvement. This is great.
Oh, that sounds so much fun. Was it like a weird liberal state that like
no, it was like a dictatorial monarchy. Right. Like people were just being hung in the streets for fucking like minor crimes. Like somebody would like loiter in front of a shop too long, and people would be like, execution. And then the fucking Nullis military came along, and they're just like, listen, we hate executing people for literally fucking nothing, so we're running things now.
But you can still sell and have people as a commodity.
Yes. They're not that much better.
Yeah.
That's gonna be so much fun. But the thing is, they also have like a very intricate fucking underground as well. Like Nullis is fucking huge, and like they're the sort of like thieves guild / assassins guild / like everything that's going on. It's like another city underneath the city. Like it's a two-parter essentially.
That sounds like so much fun.
Oh, I can't wait for them to fucking get there. But first, they're heading to the Feywilds.
Oh.
They don't know they're heading to the Feywild, but that's where they're going to be.
Ooh. Is there going to be like some sort of like magic portal thingy?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to find it. They're going to have to get through it. And then they're going to have to track down what the fuck happened to the Heartstrike twins. And they are going to be fucking confused as shit when they finally find them.
When they leave the Feywilds, some of them must like roll wisdom saves, right? To see if they remember the Feywilds.
Yes. Otherwise, they're going to forget everything that happened there.
Everyone except for Hassan, basically.
Yeah. Well, Hassan will probably be saved from it, and I'm going to go ahead and say that probably Harkton's going to be saved from it too, because his patron comes from the Feywild. So you might just like give him a pass, essentially, like some magical protection from that.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Wait, do warlock imps, are they fey creatures?
Warlock. I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say that like a warlock imp would be a fey creature just because they're in a fey touch pact. What did I say? Pack.
Oh, right.
Because that's just the source of his powers. It's not like necessarily like how all of his things manifest.
Right. Also, yeah, sorry, fey touch. Okay.
Yeah, or like fey, and I can't remember what the hell it's called, but
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I run a very like cookie cutter cleric barbarian rogue game right now. Like it's just my missus.
It's a balanced party. You can't go wrong.
Yeah, and
you see what happens when the guys don't have a fucking rogue in their party.
Yeah.
Fucking going through a dungeon is a goddamn slog.
Yeah. So let me know what you think of this decision. So it's a group, my fiance and another couple that I play with. Mm-hmm. And I killed my fiance. And
that's always a great fucking sentence. I killed my fiance.
Yeah. And so basically, I was a frost giant, and rolled a nat 20, and she had like 10 hit points left, and they went over her max hit point level. Right. And just like in one swipe, just one-shotted her.
Are you doing Pathfinder or?
It's D&D. It's an ice giant, frost giant. I don't know.
Which edition?
5th edition.
Is it 5th edition?
Yeah,
like even if you crit in 5th edition, even if you crit somebody and they go to below 0 HP, like 5th edition doesn't take below 0 HP into account. It's just you hit your 0.
I just read that somewhere, and I quite like that rule that there is like a
it's an alternative rule that some people go with, but it's a rule that was in other editions. 5th edition doesn't actually do that.
Then I guess it's one of my things.
Essentially, the way that 5th edition does it is that if you get reduced to 0 HP, even if it's like from a crit or whatever the fuck, and like they did a lot of damage to get you to that point, you still like go unconscious essentially, and you have the opportunity to do death saves and shit like that. But
I don't like
you're,
that.
if you're more comfortable doing the just like, oh, you just took too much damage, you're just dead now. Like that's
Like,
fine. That's
story wise, that crit basically it was a frost giant having one giant axe heave into a small half elf. Like
yeah, the way you could have phrased that, like thematically, to make it make sense in 5e terms, is that the axe didn't like chop through her. Essentially, like he smacked her with the flat of his axe, and she went flying into a fucking wall or a tree or whatever the fuck, and just like crumbles to the ground, like broken and fucking like unconscious. That's the way you could have done it in 5e terms.
Right. All right. Well, I thought that was the rule in 5e, but it now wasn't. And I killed her anyway. I'm not going back.
You can roll with it if that's what you want to do.
Oh, I rolled with it already. Like I killed her. Basically, what I did was I made them find like a powerful wizard or druid wizard kind of thing, like a big creature, and revivified her. Or not revivified, reincarnated her into and basically decided, okay, now she's going to be a dragonborn. And like I thought that was an interesting character study of like, okay, you were one character, now you're this, you know, and I also I just said to her, Malin, druids are Malin. Sorry, I shouldn't say her real name. But there's like it's 4 people.
It's fine. There's not a lot of people watching. It's fine.
Yeah. Druid is a difficult class to play. I think you should play something like a cleric, maybe like a nature cleric, just to sort of chill yourself out a bit. Because like the whole like having access to all the druid spells every single long rest is really crazy.
Yeah.
But then also having wild shape. Like I'm looking forward to seeing how Trihex deals with that, because druids are difficult, man.
Druids are difficult, but the thing is, Trihex has the mind of a gamer. Like he's a speedrunner by trade. Like that's what he does. So like he figures out how to play shit really fucking quickly. Like the fact that he understands like he was able to catch on to the fact that when he transforms, that's an extra health pool on top of what he's already got. He was quick to understand that, and he's like, I'm gonna take full fucking advantage of that shit, like right now. And he takes full advantage of the different types of shapes that he can take. Like in the dungeon, he fucking turned into a spider, crawled up the wall to get around the fact that everybody was blocking his way in a cramped hallway. That was very creative of him. So I have full trust in the fact that Trihex is going to be able to fully use the potential of a druid, which is going to make him probably the strongest of the entire group.
Yeah, especially like at later levels.
Oh yeah,
fucking druids are insane.
Yeah, I mean he's a moon circle druid too, so he's gonna have access to some awesome fucking transformations.
Yeah, really. Elemental transformations, and then and later there's wild shape where he just turns himself into a platinum dragon. If they get at that higher level, I don't know how.
Listen, I'm playing this world I have right now is very large, and there's a lot of shit to fucking do in it. I've got my own fucking like barbarian north with the frost giant shit going on. I don't know when the fuck they'll ever get to, but it's there. And so I don't know how long they're planning on doing this, but I do know that I have enough to tide us over for a very long time as far as like greater plot is concerned.
Do you have a pirate adventure plan for them if they want to go that route?
Yes, absolutely. I've got a pirate adventure. I can take them underwater. I can fucking take them to another plane of existence. I've got, in fact, part of the main plot has them going to another plane.
I've done stuff in my face, and I'm gonna end the hangout because only one person's watching it still.
Okay, fine. We'll go into the Discord, I guess, and go into chat alpha or general, just voice chat. It's right there.
So yeah, links and stuff below, blah, something, blah.
Okay. All right. I'm in voice chat.
Yes, indeed.